Aphrodite, your electric sexiness, from the soul. Hello. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Oh my god. Hello, Tachi. Thank you so much for the attendance. Alanis, thank you for the attendance. Oh my god, guys. Here we go. We're gonna learn how to animate. It's gonna happen. Surely. Back and forth between this and Jack Manifold. Okay, for real, though. Tell me how it goes. Turtle, thank you for the attendance. Milo, thank you for the attendance. Aphrodite and your electric sexiness travels on our soul. Hello, Twister. How you doing? Wifin, thank you so much for the attendance. How you doing? Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Oh my god. That's crazy. Be yapping for a bit because I'm having add more lines to this workbook, but we ball. All good. I hope you chill. Then start calling me son. Yo, this is epic, Tachi. Trashy. Oh my god. Is that the one someone by? Don't you know you're heading the wrong way? I'm doing. I am watching The Boys. I know! How are you enjoying it? I've heard that the TV show is actually better than the comic books. Twice you win. Who you win? Won't be yapping much today. This is okay. Y'all don't have to yap. It's all good. I am also on a plane. Oh, that's exciting. Have fun. As if a spell on his hands just wash away. As everybody, oh, everybody thinks they're the one to get away. Everybody. I'm playing Splatoon. This is epic. Oh, everybody thinks they're the one to get away. Ba-da-da-da-da. Nim, thank you so much for the attendance. I don't know if the ad played yet. I don't think it did. Hello, Star. How you doing? And he's mine too. I just watched Soup Dog say you can't toe hook a crimp. I mean, he's not wrong. Some might say. Because I don't know if the ad played or not. But why the episode don't talk about climbing? Well, what are you watching? Everybody. Everybody. Oh, everybody thinks they're the one to get away. A random Instagram video. Oh, that's kind of funny. I own the Salmon Run jacket from the game. Oh, I'm doing one of my favorite songs by the Crane Wives or Sillies because I'm going to be seeing them live in a month. Yo, have fun! Playing my favorite game of rabbit holes. Like I was speaking with things for OCs and learn a weird fact. Nice. Devil in the hen house. Hey, there's a man with an axe in his hand, and oh, there's a lover in my bed. Hey, there's a man in the hen house. Hey, there's a man with an axe in his hand, and oh, there's a man in my. I messed up the lyrics. F me. In the hen house. Hey, there's a devil with an axe in his hand, and oh, there's a devil in my bed. I knew a preacher with a hard handshake, and I knew a man who thought he'd get away. Bum bum. Hello. Can you animate a baguette destroying a city? Did we not read the title? Psychic. Did we not read the title? Which was beginner. Cannot animate yet. Why are you a VTuber? Why do you think? That's crazy, Nim. Are you in your PJs? Well, yeah, but that's not, like, the reason. The reason is because, like, we're animating, and, like, the reason why I got the VTuber in the first place was when I did art streams. Because I don't think me... So, like, one, because it looks really bad on camera to have a really bright light underneath you, and then on your face, and then two, like, you're, like, kind of, like, crouched down on a monitor, and I just thought this would look better. Well, I'm new, bro, but, like... It's just how you ask the question more than anything. Oh, the VTuber, thank you. So, we're gonna be learning how to animate. I've kind of tried to teach myself a couple times how to animate, so I have like half-finished things and stuff like that, that are like not really good. And I know when most artists say like, hey, they're not really good, and then they show you and you're like, oh, actually this is kind of decent. I'm telling you, they're not good. Like they're not even like basic animation, like, you know, like these eyes that are right here. I didn't make these, but like these eyes right here, like that's a pretty good basic animation. I don't really know how to make those. Like logically I do. Like I know how an animation works. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to use the program that I got for animation. So basically, I have decided that I am going to just be like, F it, we're actually starting at the beginning. We're actually going to, like, watch a beginner tutorial. We're going to make a bouncing ball, you know? Like, no more me, like, just, like, trying to brute force it and trying to just make a full animatic and expecting it to be good. So that's what we're doing today. So I have this video. Literally called How to Animate in Clip Studio Paint Tutorial for Beginners. You know, as simple as it comes. It's 30 minutes long, though. I'm gonna say right here, but I'm not a chatter. Oh, okay. I'm a token straight guy who pops up on screen. What? So I don't really know where I'm going to put this, because I kind of want to see my VTuber, but I also kind of want to see chat. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see how small I can make this. Okay, well, if something looks weird on the screen, guys, like, you guys, like, my VTuber starts freaking out, or I'm not on the right scene or something, you guys are gonna tell me in chat, because I cannot see the preview anymore. The preview is gone. Okay, let's go to the scene. Okay, so I have not done the things I usually do. Okay. This is good. This is good. Okay, nice. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Boom. Clip Studio Paint. Look at that. Beautiful. And then... Now, why is the YouTube not an option? Oh, I got it. Boom. Okay, and then we're gonna take this. I think it's this one. No. Maybe it's this one. Nope. There is a button for me to... There we go. Nice. Nice. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it over here. Make it a little bit smaller. This is the YouTube video I'm watching. Nice. Now what happened to the Clip Studio Paint? What? Now, why is it doing that? That was weird. Okay. Hello, Lumbwick. Thank you so much for the attendance. You're animating in Click Studio Paint. In Clip Studio Paint? Yes. The animation program. Clip Studio Paint. Yes. What? What? You were asking this question like I'm telling you I'm going to be animating in Photoshop. What do you mean? I'm confused. Okay. So I have a bad feeling about, okay, is it actually going to, hold on. If I do file and I click new and I actually like make something here and then I draw on it, is it, okay. Sometimes when I capture, you can't actually see it. Anyways, okay, so where the F is the video? Oh, it's underneath. I'm silly. Okay, so here's a video. This guy's gonna start talking, and we're gonna follow what it is. It's not the software most artists I know use. Okay. It's the one I paid for. I paid a lot of money for this one, specifically because it had animation in it. And drawing at the same time, together. I can't get Procreate, which is what a lot of artists use, because I don't have an iPad. And then Toon Boom is a monthly subscription, I think, which I'm not doing. And then every other, like, animation program is, like, either a monthly subscription or really, really expensive and only for animation. So that's why I built with Clip Studio Paint, because it's both an illustration program and an animation program. And there's a lot of tutorials because it is very popular and people do animate in it. Anyways, it is video time. Okay, so there's gonna be a guy talking.
In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to animate in Clip Studio Paint. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have your very own animated GIF that you can share. So let's get started.
Let's get started. Little guy, show me how to animate.
So to make a new animation, we want to make a new project by going to File, New,
I did this.
And there's this animation template here where you can set up an animation, and there's the default template of 1920 by 1080. You also get some margins on the outside, so you can doodle on the outside. Kind of useful. You can also set up your frame rate and everything over here, but
by the end of the tutorial, you'll have your own full feature film.
I want to show you how to set up one just from scratch. So we're going to make a new illustration. Set it to 1920 by 1080 pixels and press OK. And we're going to need two windows. One of them should be open already, your layers window over here. And we need our timeline window. So go up to window, make sure layer is turned on, as well as timeline right here. Now to create an animation, we need to make a new timeline. So if we go down here, we can see edit timeline and new timeline button.
Okay.
So we want to click new timeline, and that'll bring up our options on how long our animation's going to be and what the frame rate is. Don't worry about this. You can always change any of this stuff later if you so choose.
Nice,
but for our example, we're going to do a frame rate of 12 frames per second, and we're going to do a playback time of 24. So at 12 frames per second, and then...
Okay, I obviously didn't do that. I wonder if I can change it now. Like if I were to... I thought that was Rambu's voice. It sounds nothing like Rambu. Yeah, how do I want to edit you? Okay, new timeline, edit timeline. Edit timeline? Okay, apparently I cannot.
Then 24 frames long.
I feel like I'm being silly. Like, I know where this person, like, found the new timeline. It's just, like, right here. But, like, and then it was like, you can edit this at any time. And I was like, I'd like to. How does one do that? Instead of a ball, it is a bouncing hobbit hold door. No. Guys, I don't know how much I need to, like, reiterate that I do not know how to do this. I need to follow the tutorial.
And we're going to need two windows. One of them should be open already, your layers window over here, and we need our timeline window. Go now to create an edit timeline and new timeline button.
Okay, yeah, so there's an edit timeline. So if I do the edit timeline, and I go to this one, why can't I edit it? Okay, what if I just do a new timeline? And I set the frame rate to 12, and then I put this one to 24, and then I say, okay, and then I take this timeline, and I delete it. Okay, apparently I can't do that. Okay, so we're just gonna be on timeline 1, I guess. Alright. Which recommends this? Sorry, work and things is keeping me. All good. It is Clip Studio Paint.
So we want to click new timeline, and that'll bring up our options on how long our animation's going to be and what the frame rate is. Don't worry about this. You can always change any of this stuff later if you so choose. But for our example, we're going to do a frame rate of 12 frames per second, and we're going to do a playback time of 24. So at 12 frames per second and then 24 frames long, that's going to give us 2 seconds of animation. If you're using the EX version of Clip Studio Paint, which is the cheaper version, you're limited to 24 frames. But if you're doing simple loops and stuff like that, that should be plenty. If you want an unlimited number of frames to work with, you need to upgrade to the Pro version. And I would wait for it to be on sale, honestly. Clip Studio Paint goes on sale all the time. The rest of these three we don't really need to worry about. They're just there for organizational purposes. And then press OK, and you can see new stuff has shown up in our timeline down here. But we actually can't animate yet. We need to make what's called an animation folder. So an animation folder is a folder inside of your Clip Studio layers that contains all of your animation cells. It contains all of your layers. We're going to go up to here, up to this button that says new.
Okay, we have a little new animation folder. Okay.
Animation folder. We'll click that.
Okay, epic. New animation folder. Clicky, click, click, click.
And it makes a new folder in our timeline, and we can also see a new folder right here in our layers. So in my timeline, I can click.
There's actually 2, I think, in mine. Hold on. What happens if I delete this one? Oh. Did I F up? Uh-oh. No, surely not. Okay, nice. Okay, continue.
And drag this red bar for my playhead. This scrubs through my animation. I can also change how long my animation is or how short the playback is. I can make my animation playback start sooner or end sooner by dragging these. And if I want to change any...
Okay, here's the thing though. I think I did delete something that I wasn't supposed to. Okay, I definitely did. It's like constantly at 1.5 speed. I don't understand anything. Really? Like honestly, I think the first time I listened to this tutorial, I listened at 2 point speed. But it's okay. He's just saying that you can like move this around to like scrub through like audio and stuff. That's all he's saying. It died several years ago and it bummed me out because I started thinking about her and missing her. I'm so sorry, Limwick.
Settings on my animation, I can click these 3 lines on the top left on my timeline window, and here's where all your timeline options are. To change things like frame rate and how long your animation is, that's going to be under timeline, and then you can change frame rate here, or you can change settings here. So here's another way you can make your animation shorter or longer. To start animating, we have to create a new animation cell. You can see right now I have my animation folder selected. I'm on frame 1, but I actually can't draw anything because I don't have an animation cell created. So we're going to click this new animation cell button right here. That'll make a blank frame number 1, and you can see it's added a new layer underneath our group right here, our animation folder. For this example, let's just start with a simple circle. And we have our first...
Okay guys, we're going to start with a simple circle. Here we go. Hold on, I need this to be my drawing. Oh my god, it's so thin. Hold on. Look at that. A ball. We did it. Woo! A circle. We did it. We did it, boys. We did it. We did it. We did it. This is epic. I don't know what my little character guy looks like because I can't see it because I have the tutorial in front of my character. So I can't tell if my character's freaking out or not. You look awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
First animation frame. Let's drag our playhead to frame number 2. Make sure...
Okay, we drag it to frame number 2. Boom, we're on frame number 2, okay?
We have our animation folder selected. You can see if I select onto a different layer, I no longer have the option to create a new animation cell because I don't have my animation folder selected. So make sure you have your animation folder selected. We're on frame 2, and we're going to click New Animation Cell. That will get rid of our artwork up here, and we can see that frame number 2 has been added right here. And also, a new drawing layer has been added inside of our animation folder. To be able to see what our previous frame was, we want to turn on onion skin, and that's with this button right here, enable onion skin. So if we turn that on, we can see a ghost image of the drawing that came before it. So let's get this circle moving. So I'm just going to draw it kind of close to where we started, but just have it start to move a little bit in this direction. And you can see...
Okay. We have a ball, and we're making it move. Hold on. We're making it move a little bit down. This is epic. All right, we did it, guys.
See down here, I have my thumbnails enabled so that I can see what...
Labyrinth by Miracle Musical. Oh, I love that song. See how I circle imaginary lines.
My drawings look like. If you want to change your thumbnail size, you can click under this 3-line setting button on the top left. Go to thumbnail size, and you can change the size of your thumbnails right here. So let's go to frame 3. Make sure we have our animation folder selected. Press this new animation.
Oh, sorry, we're on... I'm forgetting I'm listening to tutorial and not just listening to chat. I was just like, wow, this guy's really talking about stuff, and I just wasn't listening.
And you can always set these to be hotkeys, which is usually a good idea for animation as it'll speed up your workflow. I highly recommend having hotkeys set up. To edit hotkeys, you can go under File, and shortcut settings. And if you select menu commands up here, all of your animation shortcut keys are going to be under this animation section here.
I'd rather not.
So things like new animation cell, which in my setup I have set to F6, could be pretty useful. Also, go to previous frame and go to next frame is useful to have shortcuts set up for. The typical setup is using comma for previous frame and period for next frame. So those are some ideas of shortcut keys that could be useful to have set up. And for my onion skin, currently I can only see one previous drawing. If I want to see more than one previous drawing, I can click our settings button on our timeline again, and onion skin settings are going to be under show.
Did I set up those two hotkeys? I probably will at some point. Not right now though. Okay, so he wants me to go here, and then where the F is my where did you go? Show animation shells. Onion skin settings. I don't know how many he's gonna make me do.
Animation cells, and then onion skin settings right here. And I can change this to show 3 previous frames and 3 next frames. Here you can also change if...
Okay, he wants me to do 3. This gets so confusing. Okay.
If you want it to be colored onion skins, half colored, or keep it as the original color. So if I keep it as the original color and press OK, you can see it's turned black.
Is this
I personally
Adobe
like...
Illustrator? No. Username supposed to be pronounced Steph or Sharp? It's Clip Studio Paint.
Having colored onion skins just because it allows me to see what the previous drawing was and what the next drawing is. So now we can see our 2 previous drawings. So let's draw drawing number 3 down here.
Okay, he wants me to do drawing number 3 down here. Let's do it, boys. Like, fully not touching the other 2. Epic. Look at that. A ball. Ooh, Sharp, thank you so much for the follow.
And if we want to play our animation, we can click this play button here.
Oh my god, we could play it.
But let's say this feels a little bit fast, this movement from here to here. So we want to do an in-between. So to do an in-between between these 2 drawings, we can select our frame by clicking on it once. You'll see a red bar behind the frame to show that that frame is selected. So frame number 3 here is selected. I can select it and then click and drag it over by 1, or however many you want. We'll just drag it over by 1. And you'll see that makes frame number 2 last for 2 frames, and then goes on to frame 3. So now what we can do, we can go in between frames 2 and 3, click add new animation cell in between the 2.
Wait, sorry. This person started talking more about, like, I actually, like, guys, I have animated before, like I said, but, oh my god, that would have helped me so much. Oh god dang it. I was gonna say, how do y'all know what program it is, but then I remembered not everyone watches Speed Paints religiously. That's super fair. I feel like a lot of programs are laid out really, really similarly on purpose. I feel like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a different, like, different ones, like, just automatically. Hello, Ian! How you doing? Also, I have no idea what this guy just said. I was not listening. I was, like, freaking out by the fact that I can do an in-between frame.
Or however many you want. We'll just drag it over by 1. And you'll see that makes frame number 2 last for 2 frames, and then goes on to frame 3. So now what we can do, we can go in between frames 2 and 3, click add new animation cell in between the 2, hence the name in between. And then draw our in between those 2 drawings. And that's a way to smooth out.
Oh my god, in between. Oh my god, I love this. Froggy Boat's my fave flavor of emotes. Let's go! I'm so happy for you. Okay, how's my VTuber holding up? Guys, sometimes I feel like my VTuber, like, shakes and it does weird things. Like, I have to be staring directly at the camera for it to be like... I mean, it looks like I'm looking at the thing. In between, I know. In between. Every time I look at the computer. Okay, every time I look at the computer, it actually looks like I'm looking at the computer. This is epic. Okay, I love... My VTuber's made so well.
Without your motion, if something's popping way too fast, you can add an in-between that way. If you want to select multiple frames, you can click and drag a box around, just like that. and that'll select multiple frames, and then you can click and move multiple frames that way. If you want to copy and paste frames, exactly like you don't want to do Control-C and Control-V, because what that does is actually copies and pastes a layer over here, which is not what we're trying to do. We want to copy and paste.
Dude, okay, do you know, like, how long it took me to figure out that, like, copy and paste on this program does not work how you think it would? Like, you can't just, like, copy and paste an image and then, like, move it, because it, like, recognizes it as, like, the same frame, if that makes sense. So, like, if I have a frame 2, and then I take frame 2 and I move it, like, I copy paste it somewhere else, and then I change it, it will change the original frame 2. And it was so pissed off when I found that out, because I was like, how do I make this animation look the same if I have to redraw the drawing? Like, I don't know. I feel like people understand what I mean, surely. Okay, anyways, what is this guy gonna tell me to do?
Frames. So to do that, we actually want to right-click, go to copy, and then go to where we want those frames to be, right-click, and select paste. So we copy and paste frames in the right-click menu on our timeline. To get rid of a frame, let's say we have a frame of animation that doesn't belong anymore, we can select it and hit this delete specified cells button right here, and that removes it from the timeline. But it actually doesn't delete the drawing. The drawing still exists, and we can see it over here in our
my guy. Hello, Milo, how you doing? Where was that? Remove cell. Okay, mine is called remove cell. So that's cool for me.
Specified cells button right here, and that removes it from the timeline.
Okay,
but
surely I remember that.
It actually doesn't delete the drawing. The drawing still exists, and we can see it over here in our animation folder right here. It's just been unassigned onto our timeline here. So the way the timeline works is it assigns a specific layer onto that part.
Going through my clothes right now and putting them in a bag, and it's so hot in my room. Dude, feel that. I'm debating whether I want to go through my closet before or after I go on my trip, because there's so many clothes I just don't wear, and I just don't need to have them. You know what I mean? But, like, so, like, here's benefits of doing it before my trip. Packing will be easy, because all my clothes will be organized. Benefits of doing it after my trip. I have more time. So this is the problem I'm having right now. Hello, Crayons. How you doing?
Part in our animation. So, like I said, our frame that we got rid of, it still exists. It's still over here. And if we want to bring it back, we have to do what's called specify frame. And that's this button right here called specify cells. And if we click that, we can
do some before and do some after. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. I'm thinking, okay, so, like, my closet is basically a dumping ground for clothes right now. So, like, all my clothes are in the closet, but they're not, like, organized in the closet. And so, yeah, I feel like what I should do is go through the, like, organize the closet, basically. I have clothes piles, one clean and one dirty. That's so real, dude. Like, there was a point in time where I was like, I am never going to use shelves, like, in a wardrobe like a normal person. And so what I did is I bought baskets for myself that go on the shelves. And so, like, all my clothes go into a pile in the baskets. So, like, all my shirts are in a basket in the closet. But they're all in this one basket. You know what I mean? I have a dirty clothes pile. That's so real.
See a list of all of our drawings here.
Yes,
so
I do know
drawing
this
number
part.
4 was the one we just got rid of. So if we select that and press OK, we now have our drawing number 4 back. An easier way to do that is to just right click in that frame and then select it from the right click menu here. Likewise, I can also go into my layers panel here, create a new layer. And then if I want that new layer to be assigned in my animation, I can right click in here, select frame 5, and that's assigned that layer into here. So let's say for this example, I have my animation frame number 5 right here. And then outside of my animation folder, I have this drawing right here. So you can see this is a separate drawing from my animation frame right here. So let's say we wanted to copy and paste these together. How would we do that? Well, it's not super intuitive.
Okay, wait, you lost me. Wait, you lost me. What are we doing? I was paying attention, and then, like, my brain just stopped actually paying attention. Then I have 2 laundry baskets and a laundry bag full of clean clothes.
Just right-click in that frame and then select it from the right-click menu here. Likewise, I can also go into my layers panel here, create a new layer, and then if I want that new layer to be assigned...
I found an insane cloud hoodie for... What? A what? A what hoodie?
In my animation, I can right-click in here, select frame 5, and that's assigned that layer into here. So let's say for this example, I have my animation frame number 5 right here, and then outside of my animation folder, I have this drawing right here. So you can...
It's a band? Okay.
See, this is a separate drawing from my animation frame right here. So let's say we wanted to copy and paste these together. How would we do that? Well, it's not super intuitive, actually. And this is something that I struggled with for a long time, figuring out how do I just copy this face and then paste it into frame 5 here. You can see I pressed Control V, but nothing happened. It made it as a new animation cell. So you can actually see I can right click, select frame 6, and there's the drawing I just pasted. If you want to paste something in and have it merge into the layer below, you actually have to shift select the 2 drawings that you copied and pasted, move it outside the animation folder window, and then you can right click and say merge with layer below. And now if we turn our eyeball on and off, we can see those are now merged, and we drag it back into the animation folder. And then we simply right click and respecify that frame. And now we have our animation with our copied and pasted artwork into it. Another cool thing we can do is, even though each one of our animation cells is a layer, we can actually...
I feel like I should have 2 more frames than I do. I feel like 2 other frames were added while I wasn't like paying attention. Okay.
Actually convert this into a group. So if we take frame 5 here, right click on it and select create folder and insert layer, you'll see it creates a...
Looks like you have the same amount as him. See, yeah, but okay, so you see how, but it only, the onion skin only shows the last 3 frames, and if you look at his timeline, he has 5 different cells, whereas I have 4.
Folder that's named number 5 as well. And inside of this folder, you can actually have multiple layers. So you could draw a smiley face in here. You could even do a layer and put it underneath.
I don't know
have
either.
Your color.
It's fine.
So you can even use folders in your animation as single animation cells. Another useful thing to know, if you have a lot of frames and they're all out of order and mismatched as far as names go, you can always go up to Animation, Edit Track, and then select Rename in Timeline Order. And that will rename all of your frames according to their order on the animation timeline.
Wait, I like that. Wait, hold on. Where did he go? I want my thing to not say 2B.
Always go up to Animation, Edit Track, and then select Rename in Timeline Order. And that will rename all of your frames according to their order on the animation timeline. Oh,
I love that.
So just for fun, let's continue.
Are you winning, son? Hello, Tinyish Donut. How you doing?
Animating this ball just moving around. We're going to keep going 1 frame over and draw our ball moving around. Experiment with smear frames. Experiment with seeing how far you can move the ball. So this is...
Okay, so this guy is just like, yeah, just draw now. Okay, I guess I can do that. Okay, we're gonna make the ball. Now. Why can't I draw? Oh, my pen is not yet. Make frames, draw, animate. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, guys, so we're doing this, and then, oh my god, hold on. Let me actually make a ball. Steam Powered Giraffe, the goat. I know, right? Okay, and then we go to a new frame. We go to a number 6, and then what is he doing? He's making the ball like, kind of like, this is epic. We're animating. Look at this, guys. Wow. You become this is where having hotkeys comes in place. Oh, that's a what? We love animating. I love animating. I'm having such a great time. I love it when ball turns into a disc. It's stretching because it bounced and then it's becoming fast. Anyways, what is this guy doing now?
It's called spacing, how far apart your drawings are spaced. So if your drawings are spaced really far apart, they're going to appear to move quickly. And then at the end here, if our drawings are drawn more close together, that's going to make them appear to move slower. So just
oh my god, he's doing way too much. Way too much. It's like, this is fine, guys. Look how good I draw my like ball hitting things and doing stuff. That's so epic. I love that for you. And then we could do this, and then we could do oh god, and then we could do and I never thought I was crazy that oh my god, no, my ball is becoming small. See, this is where the oh F. This is where oh F. This is where having the hotkeys would really help me out. You know? It's okay though. Oh my god! What happened? Oh, what? Why have you become this? Stop. What? Momentum come from? It just fell straight down? Bro, who the F knows? It's just gonna do silly little things. It's just a little guy and it's a little ball. I'm just copying what he's doing. F me. I never thought I was crazy. Is he going for the whole thing? Is he going for like 24
experiment,
frames?
Play around, and have fun with it. After all, this is supposed to be fun. So now if we play it, we can see-
This is supposed to be fun. Okay, he did the full 24 frames, so we must as well. What I never know. Surely. Duolingo? Okay, hold on. Actually, I will do that in a second.
See what our animation looks like. And if we want it to loop, we can select this loop play button right here, and we can...
Okay, loop play button. Mine's already on. Do we want to see what this looks like? Surely this looks passable. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have animated. Look at this funky little guy. Look at this funky little guy. Oh my god. Unbelievably actually super excited right now. This this is all I want to look at forever. This is not Krita. I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Yo! It's just that easy! I'm having an insane time right now. Oh no, crowds, I'm sorry. Yes. So for Chai, this program is it's a little bit on the expensive side because I had to get the Pro so that I could have unlimited frames for like the animation part. So like Clip Studio Paint has an Illustrator only program that's like relatively cheap, and then they have one that has animation in it, which is it's like the Pro EX or whatever. That's more expensive, but it is a one-time buy. and then you get all the updates after that. So, like, I think they're coming out with a new update soonish. So I think this is version 5, and they're coming out with a version 6 pretty soon, and you get the update. But it, like the guy said right at the beginning, it does go on sale all the time, but it's not like a monthly subscription, which is why I like it. Krita does work very similarly to Clip Studio Paint. And it's free. But, okay, guys, hold on. Okay. Are you... Okay. Okay, guys, it is Duolingo time. Did you say illustration only because I want to be able to do the thing where I can make the animation look like it's being drawn? So yeah, so Clip Studio Paint has an illustrator only program, but then you can also have it with the animation. How much is on the expensive side? So if I remember correctly, it was the cheaper version is $50 and the more expensive one is $200. Okay, but I also got it on sale. We also have to remember I got it on sale, so I don't remember. I'm having a sleep-rooted fear of sleeping right now. What? What do you mean? Let's go Procreate. That's fair. See, Procreate is only available if you have an like an iOS system, right? So that's why I can't have it. Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I got an iPad specifically for it. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like here's the thing though. I can appreciate that Clip Studio Paint, while it is I'm sitting up straight. I swear. I can appreciate that while Clip Studio Paint is more on the expensive side, and obviously Procreate is usually more accessible because more people have access to an iPad, I think the fact that it's not a monthly subscription is really nice, and also that they give you the updates for free. So, like, you buy it once and then you just have it forever. You know? Did animation Procreate? Oh yeah, tons of people have. I know. I've seen it. Like, it's really, really good. Like, just like the animation in it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you have to have an iPad to do it. And not everyone has an iPad or the money to buy one. Yee. Like, I honestly, if I had an iPad, I would have gotten Procreate. I just don't. Why won't it let me? I want to do my Duolingo. There we go. Taking notes right now. I'm thinking about buying an art program thing. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to start off with a free program, Krita is really good. I have Procreate. I have no idea how to animate in it. Tutorials. Yeah. Oh, I had to turn out the music. Duolingo time! Express possession.
Seus.
Seos. Seos?
Seus.
Seos. Seos? Seos?
Seus. Nós.
Nos.
Nosso.
Nosso.
Insetos.
Insectos. They're the free alternatives to try doing art before spending loads on professional software. Yeah. Krita's
really
good.
É seu. Sal. Seu.
Yeah, Krita is really good. Because Krita is open source with a ton of, like, tutorials and stuff.
Eles.
Eles.
Nossa.
Nossa.
Animais.
Animals.
Tu.
Personally, I would not, pirate, Clip Studio Paint, because it is a bunch of people who are, it's a bunch of, like, good people trying to get people to have, like, good stuff. It's not like Adobe, where Adobe is, like, purposely trying to make money off of people. Like, Clip Studio Paint is, like, you know, a small team of people trying to give artists, like, the best opportunity.
O gato não é meu.
So personally, I wouldn't go pirating this program specifically. O gato no é mio. The cat is not mine. And then buy if you like it. Oh yeah, you could do that.
Nosso.
Nosso. Nosso?
Nosso.
Nosso.
Tu.
Tu.
Insetos.
Insecto. Chaves.
Tu comes as tuas.
Tu comes as tuas. You eat yours. That's such a weird sentence. Was it a video about my crush on TikTok? They saw the video. Well, that was a very silly thing to do. I'm gonna be real.
A vaca é sua.
A vaca soa. Soa. Oh my god. A cachorro é nossas.
As batatas são suas. Sua. Suas.
Suas. O jornal é tua. The cow is yours. Vaca é sua.
Sua.
A aranha não é tua.
A aranha não é tua.
A aranha não é tua. The spider is not yours. What? Is so nostalgic. Oh my god. You eat yours. Yeah, real. I know, but it was funny because they're now in a Discord server with me. Oh. The cake is yours.
Oh.
Bolo?
Bolo.
I actually don't know what cake is.
É
seu.
seu.
Oh my god, it is bolo.
As batatas são minhas.
São.
As cartas são minhas.
Thank you. I will take the cake. Excellent. As cartas são minhas. The letters are mine. Are the birds yours? O pássaro são tuas. The cat is not mine. A
gata é não minha.
Oh, não é minha. Okay, well,
A vaca é sua.
É sua.
A gata é minha.
Okay, não é. Okay.
A gata não é minha.
I try my best. Duolingo has been complete. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming yet to the rules and even about running. Who will say it's people fun? Make me stop it and get done. So much to do, so much to say, so much fun. What? VTuber's amazing, by the way. Thank you! My friend's sister made it. Their name is Raxifier. Probably do my Duolingo. No, the memories, they're coming back. Okay, what is this guy gonna tell me now? Because look at this thing that I've made. We're 11 minutes into this tutorial that's 30 minutes long. And I've already made it. I've already made the ball. The ball bounces and does things. This is amazing. Okay, anyways, what do you want me to do now?
See how it turned out. Pretty neat. If we want to
neat.
export our animation, we can go up to File, Export Animation, and you can either export it as a movie file or an animated GIF are probably the most common ways you're going to export. Let's select animated GIF, and then if we save it, it'll bring up some options on how you want it to save. Now, make sure that your file size is the correct size according to what your original animation was. In this case, it's 1920 by 1080. And for the loop count, we want it to loop over and over again, so we're going to select unlimited. Dithering is mostly important if you have like gradients or soft shading. You'd want to have dithering turned on, and then press OK. And then we get a little message pop up saying how big our animation turned out to be. Press OK, and then we can double click on it to open it.
Yippee! Okay, I'm like
Very
pretty
cool.
sure I know
So now you can post this GIF in forums, send it to your grandma, whatever you want to do with it.
This is
so
epic.
one thing
I
when
will send it to my
animating
grandma.
is you want to make sure that your character stays consistent and that they don't change volume or go off model or anything like that. I just did this ball animation just straight ahead, and you can see that I definitely lost volume. It got a lot smaller. So how do you correct that? How do you fix that? Well, Clip Studio has a tool that's very useful for stuff like that. You can imagine it like taking your first frame as a piece of paper and then being able to
Has been hotel jump scare.
to place it underneath this frame and move it around. So you can reference your first frame no matter what frame of animation you're drawing on. And that's called the light table. In order to see the light table, we need a new window. So we want to go up to Window.
Okay. Windows.
And then select Animation Cells.
Okay. Windows. Animation Cells, which I already have clicked. So that's epic. I'm super glad I know where that is.
And I have mine docked over here.
Oh, okay. It's right here. Well, it's right here. I'm just silly. It's behind the tutorial.
Might be down here somewhere. I like having it docked over here just so I can more clearly see what's going on. And there might be this bar that's like way down here and like really hard to see. You want to make sure to take this bar and drag it up around the middle. So make sure that's there.
Nice.
One last thing of setup is on these 3 buttons down here that say Enable Disable Light Tool. You want to select this third one right here. And then to be able to use it, you want to select Enable Light Table up here. So make sure only the third one is turned on here and Enable Light Table is turned on over here as well. So the way this works is super easy. Just go to whatever frame you want to reference. In this case, it's frame number 1. You'll see that frame appear over here. So we want to take frame number 1 and click and drag it into this bottom section down here. That will enable frame 1 to be on our light table. So now you can see when we drag through our timeline, frame 1 sticks around, and we can go to any frame we want and we can use this frame as reference. It's in the wrong position. We need to move it over here. So how do we do that? Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is go into your light table window here and select frame 1 from this bottom section here. And that will automatically switch you to the tool you need to move it around. So you can see our transformation tools appear here. We can rotate it using this handle. We can change where it rotates with this cross right here. We can scale it by dragging the corners. We can also flip it horizontal by selecting this flip horizontal button up here, or flip it vertical using the button next to it. And if you want to reset your transformation, you click this reset transformation button here, and that will set it back to its default position. So for this example, we want to move it underneath our layer here, and to get back onto our original frame, we want to select the top layer, in this case, layer number 14 under our light table tool here. And now we can go back in and redraw our frame so it's the correct size.
Okay, hold on. Let me, so it, I actually, look at that. I actually, now, guys, I not to brag, but I kind of stayed on frame here. Maybe I'm actually just built different. Go try, I'll be back eventually. Okay, bye-bye, try. Maybe I'm built different. Look at that. I stayed pretty on frame. Easy. Real. Okay, let's see what I actually did, though. So we go not to brag or anything, guys, but I think I stayed pretty on frame. But that's pretty cool that you can do this, that you can have like this little thing and move it around. Look at that! I'm actually built different, is actually what I'm getting from this. I'm
also on the light table, you can change its color by selecting this top right button here and selecting monochrome, and that'll change it to this blue color. You can change it by clicking this drop down and then selecting change layer color and turn it into any color you want. You can keep this light table on and just turn it on and off using this enable light tool button here. Or if you want to get rid of a frame from your light table, you can select this trash can here to get rid of it. And that's how to use the light table to keep your animation consistent. Next, let's talk about motion tweens. So I'm going to make a new animation. I'm going to click the eyeball to hide the one we just created. And I'm going to click new animation folder to make a new animation.
It's going actually pretty good. Look at this. Look at this thing I've created. It's a little guy and he bounces. He's a little guy and he bounces. And I'm actually built different, because, apparently my, my little ball actually stayed pretty on model, so, I'm actually built different. Anyway. Okay, what did this guy want me to do?
Click the one we can tween rid of it, and that's how to use the light table to keep your animation consistent. Next, let's talk about motion tweens. So I'm going to make a new animation. I'm going to click the eyeball to hide the one we just created. And I'm going to click new animation folder to make a new animation. Click new animation cell to do a new drawing. And I'll just draw my first frame. So to motion tween this layer, we want to click on this button, enable keyframes on this layer.
Okay, he just drew a whole little guy. He just drew a whole little guy. Am I drawing a whole little guy? I think we're drawing a whole little guy. Hold on, I have to draw a whole little guy. He's just, oh my god. I don't know if I can draw a whole little guy like he does. Maybe I can draw a whole little guy. Actually, I'm built different. Hold on. Kind of looks like he has a dick. He really looks like he has a dick. Okay, he no longer had like no, I'm not leaving the dick. Okay, what does he want me to do?
Layer, and when we click it,
okay, there's a little enable keyframes on this layer. Okay, I clicked it.
It turns on, and now we can click this plus on our animation, and then click this arrow to drop down to show all the things that we can animate. So you can animate position, rotation, scale. You can also animate opacity down here. You
just cut off a piece of his anatomy without his consent. He can't consent. He is an inanimate object, you know? What is this guy telling me to do? You guys are distracting me by this guy's talking about dicks.
And then click this arrow to drop down to show all the things that we can animate. So you can animate position, rotation, scale. You can also animate opacity down here. You can right click and go to add keyframe. And then let's drag our playhead to the last frame.
Now, but you did not... You don't call inanimate objects he. You call inanimate objects he all the time. What is the pronoun of a boat? No, the pronoun of a boat is she. Like very notoriously, the pronoun of a boat is she. Depends if you're a middle-aged man. Like, yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, there's a lot of people who call inanimate objects a pronoun that's not it. Like, let's be absolutely for real. Only the boat is an inanimate object. What? Okay, anyways. What did this guy do? I have no idea what this guy did. This guy was just like, do a keyframe, and I'm just like,
And then click this arrow to drop down to show all the things that we can animate. So you can animate position, rotation, scale. You can also animate...
Ooh, hello, Bumble. Hello, awesome streamer. Nice model. What happened to your face? What happened to your model? What do you mean? Why did no one tell me, guys? My model doesn't have a mouth anymore. It doesn't have eyebrows. It doesn't have hair. I can't believe you guys didn't tell me. How could you? I can't believe it. I'm joking, Bumble. This is how the model is. Oh, god dang it. Bumble even missed the bit because there's ads. I'm gonna go cry. Alright. I'm gonna go cry and sob about it. What is this guy telling me to do?
Animate opacity down here. You can right click and go to add...
Okay, right click. Whoa, what was that? What did you get? Oh, you got a treasure chest. Oh my god. How much gold is that? It just... Hi, Rapto. Thank you for the attendance. How much gold is that? 1,000 gold? Oh my god, dude. Are you guys all back from the ads? Are you guys back from the ads? Are you guys back from the ads? I'm gonna assume yes. Bumble, are you here? Bumble? Bumble, come back. I want a break from the ads. Anyways. Add keyframe. Okay.
Add keyframe, and then let's drag our play.
And then we drag this all the way over here. Okay.
Head to the last frame, and in order to move this and change it, we actually don't want to use the Move Layer tool, and we don't want to press Ctrl T to transform it. That's not going to work. We actually want to use this tool in Clip Studio.
Ads again, what happened? Are you here? Are you here, Bumble? I did this whole bit. Bumble, I did this whole bit, and you didn't even get to hear it because you were in ads. I'm so sorry. This sucks, dude. I was like, why did no one tell me that my model didn't have a mouth or a face or hair? And then I dropped the bit and was like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Anyways, hi. How are you doing? This is how the model's supposed to look. It's supposed to be a little guy. Because it would be crazy if I was an anime girl, you know?
Which is under Operation, and then click Object, and then
I am back now. Alright, I'm gonna go die. I have explained the joke twice now. Hi, Bumble. How are you doing? I did this bit where I was like, why did no one in my chat tell me that I didn't have a face and a mouth and stuff? And now that I'm explaining it for the third time, it's becoming increasingly less funny, which is not your fault. It's definitely my fault. My model's not supposed to have a face or a mouth or hair or anything. It's like this on purpose. Anyways, welcome in. I'm animating a little guy. What did he tell me to do? I have no idea what this guy told me to do.
Tool, and we don't want to press Ctrl T to transform it. That's not going to work.
Yeah,
we actually want to use this tool in Clip Studio, which is under Operation, and then click Object, and then when we click on our layer, we'll see our transform tools appear. So now we can take our animation, and if we hold Shift while we move it, it'll stay in a straight line, and you'll see that'll automatically create keyframes in between. And if we drag our playhead, we now have a motion tween. If we play it, you'll see he starts out slow, speeds up, and then slows down again. So this is called smooth interpolation. In order to change it so it's not smooth at the beginning and at the end, we can select this drop down here, and instead of smooth interpolation, we can select linear interpolation.
Okay, hold on. There's a drop down, and then he wants a linear Did you love it when you randomly remember that you have a love-hate relationship with raisins? But not in an autistic way. That sounds crazy. Like dried grapes. Sorry about that. I had ads. No, Bumble, you don't have to say sorry. You literally came in while the ads were playing. Like there's ads that play every 30 minutes, and you just happen to come in while the ads are playing. It's not your fault. I'm just joking. No, my model's supposed to be like this. It's made by my friend's sister called Raxfire. And it has particles animation in it, which I thought was really cool. And it has different expressions and stuff. But unfortunately, I have to like be clicked into the program to change the expression. So we just stay like this. And it follows my eye movement a little bit. So like if you see the eyeball like kind of like shifting around, that is my eye. Yippee! It'd be like that. What are you drawing? What are you trying to do? I'm trying to learn how to animate. So I'm following a tutorial. The tutorial is in the corner. And it's just like beginner how to animate. So literally right now I'm just following the tutorial to like kind of like learn all the different things that are in Clip Studio Paint and how to do stuff. Hello, Nathan. Thank you so much for the attendance. How you doing?
Hold interpolation is kind of like stop motion where it pops from one keyframe to the other. So we'll select linear interpolation, and to change any of our keyframes, we just click this button here, and you'll see they'll turn.
Okay, so he said you click this button here, and it is too small on my thing to know what the F he meant by that. Salutations, friend. How you doing today? I'm doing well. I'm doing great.
Kind of like stop motion where it pops from one keyframe to the other. So we'll select linear interpolation, and to change any of our keyframes, we just click this button here.
This button. Add a keyframe. Okay, I understand. You can see that you have done what you get. Yes! Here, this is what I've done. Hold on. We've done this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy go. Wow! Wow! I've made a ball. The ball moves. And he's a little guy. It's moving! I know! It's a little guy and it moves! It's amazing. And now we're doing this little guy. And he walks across the screen, I guess. What does this guy want me to do?
And you'll see they all turn green, showing that they're...
Okay, add keyframe. And they all turn green. And they all turn green. You want to be... Whoa. You want to... Hold on. You want to make a movie. Me? Like animated? No, I actually, the goal is kind of to do like animatics, like what people do to like songs, and then they just like have animation going at the same time as the song. But I already do make movies. If you want to know more about it, you can do !podcast in the chat, and then you click on the website link rather than the Spotify link, and then if you click the website link, you can actually see the short film that I helped produce. And then we're making another one in August, a feature-length film. If you wanna watch it. Anyways, for a first-time animation that looks amazing, good job. Thank you.
They're linear keyframes. We can also change it to be linear at the end here. And now if we play...
Okay. He was just like, we can make them linear at the end here. And I'm like, that's epic. Sorry, see Pearson walking on your drawing. I never heard of this before. Heard of what? Bubble, don't worry. I know you're a new chatter. Like, don't worry. Like, I would not expect you to join a new chat and be like, ah, yeah, definitely, this person makes movies. You're just asking questions, and I'm just answering them. Don't worry. I know my voice sounds really sarcastic, but I swear to you, I'm being very genuine. I'm just following the tutorial. The tutorial is in the corner.
Play it. You'll see there's no easing at the beginning and the end. So that's how to motion tween an animation.
Okay, hold on. Is there? Look at this little guy. He walked across the screen. He walked across the screen so well. Look at this. Little guy. You never heard of animation? No.
You'll see in this example, I drew a walking guy, but he's not actually walking. He just...
We're getting there, turtle!
...stays on the same frame throughout the whole entire animation. If you wanted to animate frame by frame underneath this...
He doesn't have a penis! Back from body slamming my door to keep my brother from coming into my room. Why would you do that?
...motion tween. What we have to do is we have to turn off keyframe mode by clicking this button here.
Okay, we're turning off keyframe mode. Boom. It got turned off.
And that enables us to go back into frame-by-frame animation mode, where we can do a new animation cell, turn on our onion skin, draw our second frame, and then we can just animate frame-by-frame this way. So now we have our frame-by-frame.
Oh, excellent. Alright, guys. Surely this works out for me. Surely... Wait, hold on. What the F did he do? What the F did he do? He was like, yeah, make a little guy. You know when he is walking? I'm trying my best.
Animation.
Hold on. Because, like, he just drew right on top of it. Hold on.
Keyframe mode by clicking this button here. And that enables us to go back into frame-by-frame animation mode, where we can do a new animation cell, turn on our onion skin.
Okay, the onion skin is on. This is true.
Draw our second frame. And then we can just animate frame-by-frame this way. So now we have our frame-by-frame animation. If we have...
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, we have a little guy. Oh my god. Let me... Why... He's a little guy. And what the F did he do? What the F did he do? He's walking his grave where he's married his dick. Stop talking about his dick! You're weird for that! How did you draw the frame? I'm getting all the frames where he does not have the walking. Now.
We can also change it to be linear at the end here. And now if we play it, frame throughout the whole entire view is we have to turn frame animation, and then we can just animate.
I just wanted to see what the guy looked like when he's just gonna look like this. He's just gonna look like this. This is what he looks like. He just looks like that now.
Frame by frame.
Okay, and then we put this frame, 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 and then this one, and then we do this 24 times. This is why hotkeys are good. The music got turned off a bit ago, and I forgot to turn it back on. This is okay. Anyways, okay, yeah.
This way. So now we have our frame by frame animation. If we have our animation selected and we enable keyframes again.
Okay, we enable keyframes. Okay.
We can now play it with our frame by frame animation.
No way this is gonna work. Oh my god, he's a little guy. Oh, he walk. He walks so weird. He's trying his best. What do you want from me?
Happening on our motion tween. Also with these keyframes, you can right click on them.
Okay, hold on. He wants me to right click on them again. Also with, he's got place at the B. You can right click on them,
and switch their interpolation from the right click menu as well. You can also...
Wait, hold on. So you can do this, and then this, and then you can... The thing that he just said is incorrect.
Copy and paste them by right-clicking, going copy, and then right-clicking and going paste. And you can drag them around simply by dragging and moving them. And if you want to get rid of one, you can click this delete keyframe button right here, and that'll get rid of it. So now that we know how to motion tween, we can animate a camera. To add a camera to your scene, we want to go up to animation, new...
Excuse me? Excuse me? He's just like, yeah, you can add an animation to your scene. What? Okay. Okay, okay.
Animation layer, and select 2D.
Okay, animation. New animation layer. 2D camera folder. Good God. Alright, this is about to go nuts.
Camera folder. And when we do that, we can see it added a camera on our timeline layer, as well as a camera folder right here. So the way the camera works in Clip Studio Paint is anything you want to be affected by this camera has to be inside of this camera folder. So chances are you want to shift select your entire animation and just click and drag it into the camera folder like so.
Okay. Yeah, surely that worked. Did that work? I don't know. Yeah, okay, that worked apparently.
And now when we animate the camera, it should affect our entire animation. So under our timeline, select the first frame on our camera folder right here.
Okay, first frame on the camera folder. Yeah, it's selected.
And then press this add keyframe button. Again.
Add keyframe. Okay, the keyframe has been added.
And if you want to change the interpolation, whether you want it to be linear or smooth, you can just select the keyframe, right click, and say switch to linear, smooth, or hold interpolation. For cameras, chances are you want it to be a smooth interpolation, which is this purple keyframe here. Then let's go to frame number 24, or actually, let's have it zoom in on frame 13, and then track.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, the thing that he's saying where you can right click on it and you can change the interpolation there is incorrect. Oh, I'm actually, you know what? I'm stupid. Okay, excellent. Nice. Okay, what did he say?
to frame number 24, or extrapolation, which is this purple keyframe here.
Okay,
then let's go to frame number 24, or actually, let's have it zoom in on frame 13.
Okay, let's have it zoom in on frame 13, apparently. What do you want me to do?
And then track and follow the character out to the last frame. So on frame 13, we want to add a keyframe by clicking.
Okay, we add a keyframe. Epic, we did it.
And this add keyframe button here. And then go to our object tool, which is under.
Okay, we go to object tool. That's not object. Where the F is object. What? Where did the... What? Object tool. I'm on it, because I'm actually the best.
Under operation, and then object. And the way the camera works is this blue frame is what the camera is going to be seeing. So if you want to do a zoom in, you want to actually shrink this blue rectangle into how much you want it to be zoomed in. And if you click and drag this corner here, you'll see it's scaling onto the corner, which might not necessarily be what you want. You probably want it to scale into the center here. So the way to do that is you want to click the corner, click and hold, and then hold down your Alt button, and that will scale it towards the center. And now you can see these camera movement indicators here on the corner here. So let's go into our last frame here, press Insert Keyframe button, and we'll just click and move this blue.
Now, are we learning animation? Yes, that is what's in the title. Why is it? Okay. So it says that I can press Alt. Okay, I think my Alt might be on something else. That's okay. So we're just gonna move it like this. There, done. Yes, we are learning to animate.
Rectangle to follow our character. Again, we can hold Shift, so
we are having spaghetti and meatball for dinner tonight. Nice! Okay, wait, hold on. I missed what this guy said. Okay,
Alt button, and that will scale it towards the center. And now you can see these camera movement
Ooh, Pop, thank you so much for the attendance.
Indicators here on the corner here. So let's go into our last frame here.
Okay, we go to the last frame. Nice, epic.
Press Insert Keyframe button, and we'll just...
Okay, we insert a keyframe. Nice.
Click and move this blue rectangle to follow our character.
And then we're going to move this. Okay.
Again, we can hold Shift so it stays along the same axis, right about there. And now when we play it, well, we can see our camera moving, but...
We can see our camera moving. Our camera definitely does move. Our camera definitely does do a movement. Okay. We did it. Okay, nice.
It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. If you want to actually see what your animation's going to look like, you have to go under Animation, Playback Settings, and then Render 2D Camera.
Okay, Animation, Playback Settings, Render 2D Camera. Excellent. Excellent, okay.
So if we select that and then play it, now we can see...
Surely this works. Oh, he move. Oh, he move real fast. He's zooming. He zoom. He zoom. Little guy. Look at him. Look at him go. Meow. Meow. Just a speedy guy. He walk. He walk really fast. Does he walk animation have 2 frames in it? Yes. His walk animation does have 2 frames in it. Because I only made 2 frames. Okay, what
see what our camera looks like.
It does.
So that's how to animate a camera in Clip Studio Paint.
This is epic.
The last thing I want to talk...
Oh my god, okay, so he's okay, we've done 2 things now. This is epic. We're so good.
About is lip sync in Clip Studio.
Lip sync in Clip Studio Paint? Oh no, okay. This is, oh no. If I want to make animatics, this might be, oh no. If I want to make animatics, I might actually need to have, oh no, F me, dude. Guys, I want you guys to know that the ball and, okay, so each lesson has taken 10 minutes. Ruh-roh. Okay, here we go.
Paint. Now, Clip Studio Paint is technically not an animation program. One of the downsides about Clip Studio Paint is you can't scrub audio, which if you know anything about lip sync, scrubbing audio is super important. It's how you understand where the syllables are and everything. So it's not the best, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. To import audio into your animation, you can literally drag it from a folder into your animation. Or another way to do it is to go to File, Import.
Oh my god. Guys, I didn't think this was gonna have lip syncing in it. Like, I don't have an audio to like to do this with. I don't have audio. I don't have I have a lot of audio actually. Just record the audio yourself? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just do that right now with the mic that I'm using currently. That I can definitely have record something at the same time, because that's how mics work on a computer. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Ninjor, is that I could use audio from the podcast that we make. The problem is that do I want to do that? Okay, whatever. Hold on. We'll see what happens.
Import and select audio. Then select the audio you want to import. I recommend using .wav files. They seem to give the best reliability and performance as opposed to .mp3 files.
That's
so
crazy.
Select your .wav file. If you want to record your own audio, I recommend using the free program Audacity and a microphone.
Audacity,
you could also download audio from Let's Plays or movies that you really like to experiment with.
Use AI to generate weird dialogue. I would rather jump into the ocean than use AI that generates things.
So it's added our WAV file to the top of our timeline here. And if we go to the top of the layer, you'll see our cursor turns into a hand. So we can actually click and drag and move.
Okay, I actually did find audio. I know, that's why I suggested it. Good God. Wait, he has like a totally new, like, blank. Oh my God. My guy, hold on. New animation folder. Turn this one off. Oh my God. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh. Using a Rowan Legally Blonde clip? Dude, I don't even know where that is. This is what I mean. Like, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna have to open up a... Bro, I don't even know. Okay, downloads. Let's find a clip of... Let's find a clip of someone saying something. Oh my God, no way. Chimpy Gimby, Baba Booshka. I haven't been Baba Booshka'd in forever. Can I clip the audio though? Like, can I like make it shorter and longer and stuff? Like, can I? Because I don't think I can. Like, I think it's just like... You know? Use the crackhead audio from our copyright from Disney, the Lilith one. Yeah, I don't have no clue where that is. I'm just looking at like titles and thinking about how like big the audio file is going to be. It's on your phone? Not anymore. It hasn't been on my phone in forever. Dude, like, I can't keep stuff like that on my phone. It needs to go on the computer, otherwise my phone runs out of space. It's not on my phone anymore. You know what I could do? Actually, I'll find the bloopers episode. Hold on. Found it. Oh, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to get this? Hold on. Why are we watching Digital Old Tier? Because you like my streaming? I don't know. I don't know why you're here.
It's how you understand where the syllables are and everything. So it's not the best, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. To import audio into your—
You mean your VTuber? I know they mean my VTuber. But I am responding with guys, I think I respond to people's questions that are like just like, see, Rafto's question is, why are we watching a Digital Old Tier ... And I take that as them being like, why are you don't have your face cam on? And it's this kind of like, kind of sounds a little bit mean. So I'm responding with the same meanness. Which is, I don't know. But anyways, Rapto, the reason why I'm using a VTuber is because it is easier to draw with a VTuber than having my face cam. Because my face cam has a camera that, with the light from the white canvas, lights badly onto my face, and so is very, very, very bad. And also because my VTuber is very, very cool, and I paid money for it, and I want to use it, and I made it exactly for this. I don't actually mean to be mean. I just, like, you know. The lo-fi gamer. Being misunderstood is like screaming into a void, where your words echo back with a meaning only you can hear. Unless I explain myself like a normal human being. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, lo-fi gamer, how are you doing? That's a cool username, by the way. Anyways, yeah, those are the reasons why we're using the VTuber, because it's easier to draw with the VTuber. The VTuber's cool. Yeah. Loneliness is not the absence of people, but the absence of understanding and connection. Are you like a bot? And it's got immediately hit with ads. That's so awkward. No, I'm not. I'm just hurt. Why are you hurt?
Your animation, you can literally drag it from a folder into your animation.
What is this guy telling me to do?
Another way to do it is to go to File, Import, and select Audio.
Wait, you guys have been able to hear this, right?
Then
okay, yeah, okay, good. Okay, good, nice.
Select the audio you want to import.
Where are you going?
You can literally drag it from a folder into your animation.
Can you?
Or
because
another way to do it is to go to File, Import.
Can you? Because I literally dragged it, and it was like, no. What? I'm gonna cry. Being hurt is carrying invisible scars, each one a silent testament to the battles only you know you fought. This is like stuff that I would see on a Tumblr in like 2012. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know, I like the flashbang face cam look. I don't. And also, I paid for this animation, this VTuber, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, what is this guy doing that I'm not doing? Because I'm trying to put the WAV file into the animation studio and it's not working. Flesh.
If you know anything about lip sync, scrubbing audio is super important. It's how— I'll show you how to do it anyway. To import audio into your animation, you can literally drag it from a folder into your animation, or—
You're wrong. I cannot. It's like, you can literally drag it, and I'm like, I don't think I can. I think you're lying to me. Where? Biatch, where? How? I mean, I can just do what he's doing before, which is just like file. Okay, hold on. Let's just do it whatever, however.
Another way to do it is to go to File, Import, and select Audio. Then select the.
Okay, File, Import. Hopefully you guys can't see this. Hold on. I don't think you guys can see when I do pop-up stuff. File, Import. Yeah, you guys can't see this. Audio. Awesome. Epic. Okay, cool. Documents. And then we go to bloopers. Bloopers. And we click on it. Is it because it's too big? Oh my god, it effing worked. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'm just silly. Words are just word. It's the heart. Lo-fi gamer. Lo-fi gamer. The bit is funny the first few times, but I will have to ask you. Oh, they're leaving now. Have a nice stream. I'm gone now. Oh, okay. They are leaving now. Oh, I was gonna be like, so like, if you wanted to stay, like, I'm gonna need you to talk like a normal person, but I guess they're leaving now. Well, okay. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a good time. Anyway. Wild. Dang, man. I forget. Guys, I would like to say that I think that when I have less chatters in my chat, I get like absolutely bonkers wild people in the chat. And I don't know what it is. And what I think it is that trolls just like go to streamers where they're just like, okay, I'm gonna go to a streamer that has like 10 or less viewers and I'm gonna troll them because surely like they're gonna see my message because there's only 10 people in there. And if I'm trolling them, then they won't want me to leave because they only have 10 people watching them. So surely they won't ban me. And I'm not saying that Lo-Fi Gamer, what they did is bannable, but like, you know, just in general, I just feel like when there's less people in here, I know you're not trolling, man. But like I feel like being friendly is offering, oh my god. So anyways. Hello! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Howl. Yo! Yo! Hello. Welcome in. How are you guys doing? Let me give you a shout out. I was just talking about something funny and then and now you guys are here. Boom! Surely that worked. Yeah! Let's go! Also, I have a welcome command. Welcome. Boom! I don't know why I'm in cap locks for some reason. Ooh, Kobo spouse. I'm sure that's how you pronounce your name. Hello, welcome in. Hello, I'm doing alright. I heard something about trolling streamers with 10 or less viewers. Oh god. Okay, to be fair, the person that I'm talking about wasn't actually trolling me, and I didn't think that they were. But I was just like talking about a phenomenon that I noticed that when I have like less viewership than I normally do, I get a lot more trolls. And I think it's because trolls, like, specifically look for people who have, like, 10 or less viewers. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Hello, welcome in. My name's Ultralight. Usually I'm not a VTuber. We're using the VTuber today because I'm teaching myself how to animate, and I find that, drawing, animating is easier with the VTuber on than my face cam. Ninja, thank you for giving Howl a fish. I have a fish mini game. As you can see, there's a fish mini game. I'm primarily a knitting streamer, so I usually do knitting on stream. Sometimes I play Minecraft, sometimes I play spooky games. But today we're learning how to animate. Yeah, you got a skateboard. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How were you doing in your stream today? Also, the Werebears, Den, hello. Who else said hello? Someone else said hello. There was other people that said hello. Laylark Knight, and Hernalema, I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of you guys' names. And Thunder of Dragons, I am very dyslexic, and I try my best. Ooh, fish. They can do a kickflip. Do it. Do it. Bringing on my sub blanket and then played some Genshin Impact. Nice, nice. My sister really likes Genshin Impact. I That's all I know about Genshin Impact is what my sister has told me. It goes pretty well. It goes pretty well. I will show you guys the stuff that I've done. I've been following. You can do. There's a tutorial in the corner, and that's what I'm following. And so far, I have made a little bouncing ball. Hold on, let me turn off this. I made a little bouncing ball. This is a little bouncing ball. He's a little guy. This is epic for me. And I've made a little walking guy. Now, the walking guy has seemed to disappear. So that's not great. I don't know where my walking guy went. Where did my walking guy go? Oh, it's because I don't have my camera on. I understand. What? Walking? Here's my walking guy. He walked away! No! No. This is the walking guy with a camera zoom and pan. Yeah. And now the tutorial is teaching me how to do lip sync stuff, which surely doesn't go wrong for me. Yippee. New animation folder. And then we go to file. And then we go to import. And then we go to import audio. And then we take my bloopers audio from my podcast. And surely this loads. Walking guy has no mouth, but he must scream. What? Oh, also I have no music. I haven't had music for a while. We're putting the music back on. I can't believe you just referenced that to me. This is crazy. Absolutely insane behavior. Beneath the humbling arches of this new arcade. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Whoa, everything disappeared. Hello? That's crazy. Okay, what is this guy telling me to do? Okay, I have an audio. I don't know if I can, like, can I edit the audio in any way? Like, I can move it. Like, I can move the audio. Okay, what's this? Oh my god. This is horrific, how I have to move this audio. I don't even know what this audio says. We're about to find out. I cannot hear the audio. Should I be able to? Should I be able to? Life is but a game. One must learn to play one's part. What the F are you saying? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing right now? Stop. Cease. Okay, am I supposed to be able
you want to import? I recommend using .wav files. They seem to give the best reliability and performance as opposed to .mp3 files. So select your .wav file. If you want to record your own audio, I recommend using the free program Audacity and a microphone. You could so it's added our WAV file to the top of our timeline here. And if we go to the top of the layer, you'll see our cursor turns into a hand. So we can actually click and drag and move this audio around just like that. So if we want it to start later, we can do that there. And again, there's no audio scrubbing. So scrubbing it over the audio actually doesn't do anything. I can't hear anything doing it this way. So what I have to do is I have to play it. Golly! And kind of just see where my play.
Yeah, but but what if it doesn't play? What then? What if the audio doesn't play? You guys need to stop. You guys need to stop. Just cry? Yeah, apparently. Is it just too quiet? Now, okay, I'm gonna pause the music. I'm gonna turn my headphones up really loud. Okay, so there is in fact no audio. Why would that be? I'm gonna not read them. You guys need to stop. Why would there not be any audio? Because I can see that there's audio. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's try a different audio, I guess? Um... Oh, I have my original Chaos SMP file. That's exciting. Surely that works out. Oh wait, this is for the vid. Let's do that one. Why is that one not working? Why can't this one open this one? Surely. Now it's not here at all. So that's what where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where is it? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. What are you guys doing? You guys need to stop. You guys need to stop. I don't know. What? Why is it not there? Okay. File. Import. Audio. This one. Open. Okay. Like, you guys can see that it's also not there, right? Like, it's saying that it's there. And it's very much clearly not there. I'm going to cry. What? How? Why is this the part that's giving me so much trouble? Okay, what if I did a different file? What if I did the MP3 version? Okay, now it's working. Okay, so what we're hearing is that what am I supposed to be seeing? This little guy. I just don't think it actually has sound. See, it has a little indicator for volume, right? Like, there's like a little thing here that says volume, which makes me think that I can actually, in fact, change the volume. I just don't know how. Audio. That's not what I wanted. There's your... You guys need to stop. You guys need to stop with the poetry. You guys need to stop. Dang man, dang man, dang man. Okay, we'll turn the music back on. Oh, it's Ruthlessness. Epic! Wait. I was gonna say, I can't hear Ruthlessness either. This is awful. Poseidon. 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 Shout out to the Ruthlessness animation being Wolfie the Witch. We love that person. Okay. So it says volume. Okay, we're just gonna continue watching this.
Head is at the different syllables. So when doing lip sync animation, I actually recommend animating the body first. In this section, I'm going to talk about how to animate a lip sync shot from beginning to end, including...
Yeah, Wolfie the Witch, that guy. Okay, this is not what I want, though. This is... I want to know how to make the volume louder now, because it clearly has an option for volume. Like, it says volume. But it doesn't... I don't know if there's an option to make it louder. Okay, Pebble. I have a suggestion for you. If you do not like me, you know you can just stop watching me, you know? The worst kind of good, because you're not even great. We just meet to make them eat, they break your hearts. What? Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize you were asking me who that was. Wolfie the Witch is, yeah, they're a very talented animator on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. If I stop watching, then who would I watch every day when no one else cool is live? See, Pebble, now you're contradicting yourself. Man without a horse is like a fish without... You need to stop. You need to stop. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this part of the tutorial, is basically what I'm getting here, which kind of sucks, because this is kind of like the part that I want for the animatic part, but I guess I don't really need to lip sync for animatics, really. Necessarily. I can always come back to the tutorial. I've made a playlist of tutorials to follow and do. Okay, well, we're gonna turn this off. Just open and close the mouth like a puppet. I mean, I could do that if that, like, if you think that doing this part of the tutorial. Imagine animating real. Sock puppet animatic. Real. It does say that you can't, like, scrub audio in this, which does kind of suck that that you can't scrub audio in Clip Studio Paint. Like, that really does suck, considering that it does try to, like, advertise itself as, like, whatever. But here's the thing. I don't really know how to do that anyway, so... Solid animation. Well, for now. For now. We're just learning. We're just learning. Okay. So, I have the... Okay, so we have... Those are the chapters. Now, I have more videos. Okay, so we have... Clip Studio, how to animate like a pro. Let me scroll down. God dang it. Alright, there we go. See, I knew that this one was going to be a good one to do as like a tutorial on how to like get all this set up and everything like that, so here we are. Here is open this bag. Okay. We have how to animate like a pro 2D animation in Clip Studio Paint. Animating Clip Studio Paint. Basic animation tutorial. How to animate. How to animate. How to clean up your animation. Tips and tricks. This video is also about 30 minutes long. No.
In this video, I will show you...
Hold on, I'm gonna... This guy...
How to create 2D animation in Clip Studio Paint.
Whoa. Guys, this is such like a jump. This guy's just like, this is how you animate in Clip Studio Paint, and it's actually like the craziest animation ever.
2D animator, and I've been using Clip Studio in my projects for the last 5...
Jeeza. Guys, these are actually nuts. Okay, hold on. Let me turn back on the thing. Whoops, not that thing. This thing. Look at this. Okay, so this is the video.
In this video, I will show you how to create 2D animation in Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah, and is it gonna look like that?
We bring you tonight's exciting story.
What's up, guys? My name is Vano Mercurial. I'm a 2D animator, and I've been using Clip Studio in my projects for the last 5 years now.
Tracking
and today,
shots.
I'm putting all of that experience together and giving you an introduction to animation in Clip Studio Paint. I'll be using the EX version of the program, but you can also work with the Pro version. The only difference is you are limited to 24 drawings per animation file. So let's go.
What are you going to teach me? Overview of the presets, most replayed, animation folder basics. Okay, so I know how to do this. What are we animating? Vector versus... Okay, actually, this is something different.
To
okay,
file,
excellent.
new.
Okay, maybe... Okay, hold on. Before we do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to save as. And we're going to save as first animation. Epic. Okay, save. Nice. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to open a new file. Okay. Okay, now we have a clean slate, and also I need to go to the washroom, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Karma, thank you so much for the attendance. What's that camera noise? Oh, you mean the recorder? It's a tape recorder. Like a tape being put into a tape recorder. It's my tape being put into a tape recorder when you do the when you do the attendance. Hello, I'm back. Hello, honeysuckle. We're learning. We're learning how to animate. Okay, we're on to video number 2. I'm not sure if this is like probably like the proper video. But here lately, if you do attendance right now, you're gonna hear it, and there's gonna be like a GIF. So yippee! Streamer's back. Yes. Okay, so I think that this might be a little bit more advanced than the other one, which is good. That's kind of like the idea. Okay, so animation basics. Keeping it ordered, naming layers, workflow, onion skin tool, animating. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do it.
And select the animation preset.
Super quick overview of what we have here.
First, you can choose to...
What the F was that? Been watching very good. Oh, excellent.
The resolution that your canvas will have, both in width
crazy.
And height.
You
have a small preview of how it's looking right next to it. The blue square is your canvas.
Okay.
You can also choose between having a tile-safe area, which is also known as a TV safe. This is an imaginary outline that will not show up in the final render, but reminds you not to draw too close to the borders. You can see the canvas preview is updating with these changes, so you always know what you're getting. On the other hand, we also have the option for an overflow frame. This is an extra space around the canvas, and you can use the reference point squares if you want to push it off center. And the cool thing is this will not be rendered in the final video, but allows you to have more room to breathe when drawing your animation. Now onto your timeline settings.
Okay.
Here is your scene's frame rate. This is how many drawings per second your animation will run at. I recommend you always keep it at 24 since it...
Well, 24 is a lot, but we can do to 24 because I hate myself. How did the guy make it so that he... Hold on. I'm forgetting what the other guy did. Animation... Timeline. How did he edit it before? Animation. Playback settings. Move frame. Timeline. How did he do that before? There was a way of doing it, and I do not remember. Dang. Dang it. Dang it.
It's an industry standard to show 24 drawings per 1 second. This is so we can work on 2s and 3s, which is 1 drawing every 2 or 3 frames respectively. But we have the option to work on 1s, which is 1 drawing every frame.
Jesus, this guy. Because I'm pretty sure my thing right now is at 30 FPS. And I do not wish it to be on 30 FPS, and I do not know how to change it. So we're going to go just like this, and we're going to do new, and we're going to go oh, it's on 12 actually, so we're going to change it to 24 because this guy wants it to be on 24. There we go. Okay, nice. Boom. There, done. We did it.
Frame if we need to. The only exception is if you're working with Clip Studio Pro, you can lower this to make your animation last several seconds instead of only 1. We also have our playback time, which is measured in frames and tells us how long our animation scene will be. Since I want my animation to be 4 seconds long to start, I will multiply 24 times 4 is 96 and write.
Maybe I should watch the whole tutorial before I click save. Thank you so much for the lurk, Howl! And also thank you so much for the raid earlier. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, god dang it, there's an ad. Okay. What's new? 24 frames. And he wants it to be 96. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Alright, yes. Okay, continue.
96 frames of playback time. Okay. Now you may be wondering why I'm working in this square resolution, 1000 by 1000 pixels.
A little bit.
As normally you would go for something more standard like 1920 by 180, which is...
Oh my god, my music and his music are clashing and it's awful. Okay.
The resolution of most monitors. But today we're animating something special. Now I want to make it clear, everything we will learn today you can apply to any of your animations regardless of what it is. I just chose this as an example today. So we're going back to the square format. And now let's click OK.
Do I want to follow the tutorial exactly? Probably. Never mind. I was like, maybe we just ignore what he just said, but maybe it's probably better if I don't. You know? Okay. We have a square now.
Now the square you see is what the program would export if we were to render a video, and in our layer panel you will see we have an animation folder with an animation cell in it and also a paper. Now this may seem like a bit too much, but as someone who spends hours upon hours every day staring at a screen, it's important to take care of our eyes. So I'm going to click on my paper, and in my layer properties panel I will get the option to click this white and change it to an easier on the eyes gray color and click OK. Now right off the bat the program might look different for you. So let me show you where to find anything that I'm clicking if it's not the same for you. For example, the layer
Wait, that's genius. Oh my god. My eyes.
Property panel. You just have to go to Window, and here they all are. Here's the layer property, for example, but we're looking for something way more important, which is our timeline. So if you're ever missing our animation timeline, here it is. Let's just click it.
Quick overview.
Okay, stop. You need to stop doing these overviews. They're freaking me out.
First of all, you can see it is also showing our animation folder and our paper. Yours might be showing a thumbnail. Personally, I turn this off because it gives me more space. By going here to the timeline options and going to thumbnail size and switch it to none. But it's up to you however you want to use it. Now, if you started a file without using an animation preset, your timeline might look like this. You can go to this button to create a new timeline. And then in this pop-up, you can select the options like the frame rate and the playback.
Where the F did you click that?
To create a new timeline. And then in this pop-up, you can select the options like the frame rate and the playback time. Next, we have the play or stop button for the animation. And next to the playback controls, we have the new animation folder and new animation cell buttons.
Okay.
Let's talk about animation folders. First of all, I can draw here. And if I go to another place in my timeline and then click on the new animation cell button, I will create a new cell on my timeline, but also a new layer inside the animation folder.
Oh, that's
I can then go ahead here, place another one.
That's insane,
and
bro.
let's add another one. And you see, I am creating new layers inside my animation folder.
This is true.
But what happens if I create a new layer inside the folder? It's not showing up here. I also have the option to right click on the timeline and select which drawing I want to show.
Yes.
And there we go. Now it does not matter what type of layer you're using here. I could go and create, instead of a new raster layer with this button, a new vector layer with this one. Now I will place my vector layer.
Whoa.
And if I keep using the button to create new animation cells, you'll see now the program is creating vector layers. You can see the vector icon here, and the raster layers have none. So the program understands what you're working with. Now, if I wanted to remove any of these drawings, let's say number 3, I don't have to grab it and delete it, because that would leave an empty space. I would just go and click on the delete specified cells button, and it would delete it, but still saving the drawing in here, in case I need a backup. Don't worry, we're gonna dive deeper into the animation folders, but for that I need to show you what we're doing today.
Hello, Whisper.
So this is my original character, Seraphine.
I definitely understand what he's saying. Well, the thing is that we already did this part. Like, you know what I mean? Like during the thing, we already did this part. I like your little character, my guy. I'm really looking forward to how do you pronounce her name. Hold on.
What we're doing today. So this is my original character, Seraphine. I normally call her Sarah.
Zara.
And if you're wondering why she's wearing a ridiculous hat, well, you're just gonna wait for the next video and you'll get your answer.
I was not wondering that at all, my guy.
I want to work on a new profile picture for all my social media, but I wanted to animate it. So what I'm going to do is select some of these drawings and animate the character using the pose-to-pose method, going from, let's say, this one to this one.
Pretending I didn't already decide 2 days ago. Okay.
Finally to this one. I'm going to select my drawings. Cut.
Now see, your tutorial, my guy, requires me to already have these drawings in place. What do you mean, oh my god, are you watching an actual tutorial? I watched an actual tutorial before. Bunny, 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 bunny. When I brute forced it before, I watched a tutorial. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what anything is. The point is that this time I actually made something, Bunny. Look at my bouncing ball. Look at this. Look at the bouncing ball. Look at it. Look at my little guy. He bounces. Clip Studio Paint. It's a little guy. Now look at this guy. Look at this guy. No, because I bought Clip Studio Paint specifically to animate. So I have it already. And Toon Boom costs money. You shouldn't have mysterious audio. Wait, why can we hear the audio now? That's crazy, actually. We were trying to figure out why the audio wasn't working for so long, and now it's decided to work. What the F? Yes, because he wants to have mysterious audio. He be like that. Homework time, have fun, Lucifer. He says that's mysterious music. Anyways, this is a new animation, but I'm not liking this tutorial because the guy requires me to already have drawings done. Like, I don't have these drawings done, my guy. Like, just be better? How? Like, I could just draw something, but like, do you still need to be in VC? If you want to be in VC. You can just be in VC to be in VC. Here. Join me in the VC. I might need to move where your goober is, though, because I'm not sure where it's going to pop up. Animation requires multiple support, real. Buddy, join me in the VC. Do it now. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well. Hello, Alex. No, it's not Krita. It's Clip Studio Paint. Oh my god. Okay, I do have to move where the goober is. I'm making you smaller. You live beside me now. I think God looks similar. I did originally try to animate with Krita.
Kirita is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible program. I could never. Okay. I admire anyone. I admire two kinds of people. The people that animate on Kirita and the people that animate on Photoshop. They are gods.
Real. Oh my god.
I could never.
Yeah, like, I bought Clip Studio Paint specifically to animate with, so this is what we use.
Toon Boom is free, though.
I could use Toon Boom, I guess. Toon Boom is, it's not free forever. It's
free forever if you go into certain places.
Well, yeah, I mean, the same thing for Clip Studio Paint.
Don't pirate. Never pirate. Never pirate programs. That is illegal.
Well, I mean, with Clip Studio Paint and Toon Boom, I kind of don't want to, because it's like, you know, a small group of people that make it. They're trying their best. Adobe, on the other hand, anyway, I had to do pencil 2D when I was learning. Jesus. See, like, yeah. See, the only downside I've seen to Clip Studio Paint, like animating Clip Studio Paint, is that someone was like, you can't scrub audio. Jacob, thank you so much for the attendance. But the thing is that scrubbing audio, I can't hear it anyway. Like, I can't hear the different syllables, and I think that's the dyslexia, so it was gonna not work anyway, so. We are not.
That's so much fun for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm here to be emotional support because I've never used Studio Paint, so I can't help you. I can help you with animation theory and how to do stuff, but I can't help you with the program, so I'm just kind of here.
Raptor, that's a crazy take on what piracy is. I'm gonna be super real. What's rightfully earned from the hardworking. Yeah, billion-dollar companies. Real. The hardworking. Anyway.
Altair, I have exciting news called I finished the job. I finished the thing I had to do for my non-paying job, and I am now free until they decide to fuck with me again.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, are you done the non-paying job then? You're done? You're done now?
No, I'm done with this week's work.
Oh. How long do you have the non-paying
I'm
job?
never done. According, I do not recommend anyone to follow what I'm doing. By the way, I'm just doing this because I need work hours in order to work at other places. These jobs are normally scams. I'm not doing the correct thing here. It's a place where it was like, work for us for 4 months as a free non-paying intern, and then if we still like you, maybe we'll start paying you and give you a job offer.
Oh, yippee! I love that. That's so cool, Bunny. I love that for you.
That is.
Oh boy, Alex. I'm so sorry that you don't have the right materials.
The worst thing is I'm actually doing a good job. I'm doing a good job, and it takes me hours. I'm actually trying. I'm getting nothing from this except pain.
No, I'm so sorry. Here, I'm gonna screen share you the tutorial I'm following so you know what I'm doing.
Okay. I fear that tutorial just from semi-hearing your reactions to it.
Well, okay, so the first tutorial was really good. The first tutorial was like, here is how to set up everything. Like, here's how to, like, make a, like, you know, here are some cool things that you might need. You know, like, the first tutorial was great. Like, and like, you know, I made some things with it, right? This tutorial, like, the problem I'm having right now is that I have to have, like, these drawings already made, right? Which I obviously don't have. And so I'm, like, thinking to myself, I could just make drawings, right? And then just do the tutorial, but I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so he's like animating like
animated. So what I'm going to do is select some of these drawings and animate the character using the pose to pose method, going from, let's say, this one to this one, finally to this one. Okay. I'm going to select my drawings, cut them, and paste them here. Now you will notice here I was working with a vector layer, and you might want to too. Let me just make a copy of this one, and now I will turn the same drawing into a raster layer by right-clicking on it and clicking rasterize.
I don't like this tutorial. I might change the tutorial. I think I used paper from Old Doodles, toilet paper, some glue I found, and only clay. What is the weeping tree name? The weeping tree name? I don't know.
It is like a good tutorial, by the way. It's just guessing that you already have the things needed.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, so that's why I'm thinking maybe okay, so I have a playlist of tutorials, right? So I think we're going to leave this one for now, and we're going to choose a different tutorial. Yeah, because this one might be a little bit out there for right now, so we're just gonna put that one right at the bottom. Whoops.
Hey guys, it's Sebastian.
No, shush, Sebastian. So, okay, we have animating in this Clip Studio Paint. See, this one looks kind of cute. This one looks like you get a little guy at the end of it. I want to see if we get a little guy at the end of this one.
Do you want to have a little goober?
I want to have a little guy, yeah. This one looks like you get a little guy.
Just a guy. Just a little guy.
Yeah, this one looks like you get a little guy. What are we talking about? I'm so sorry, Rapto. That sounds rough.
Hello everyone. I'm doing a tutorial for the first time in a very long time.
Look at this little guy. It looks like you get this little guy at the end. I kind of want this little guy.
Today, sponsored by the lovely people at Selfies who made Clip Studio Paint, and I was so jazzed because I absolutely love this program. I recommend it to everyone, and I
look at that. Look at that. They got sponsored and everything.
You've probably heard that from other people already. It's a really good price.
It is well, I finally know the name of it in English. Basically, we have lots of those, so I'm tempted to just make a mask out of one. Oh,
one-time payment. You don't have to pay monthly like with Adobe software, and it has so much stuff. It pretty much covers all the bases you'd need with Photoshop. But anyway, we're going to look at how to animate with this today. Going to be doing a short little GIF loop. So I'm gonna show how we do that.
I love the cat.
So when you've done file,
it's a little guy. I like the little guy.
No.
Do not save. Okay, we're gonna do file, new. Okay, what does this guy want?
File new, and you're gonna make a new project here. You usually start off on this use of work under illustration, and what we're gonna want to do is click animation. You can name your animation here. You can select your preset here, and I'd recommend 1920 by 1080. As that's sort of the resolution standard for widescreen. You can also alter that further here. CSP automatically gives you a blank space surrounding your workspace, which is really nice. You can even change the size of your blank space here in case you want more space, but we're just going to be doing something simple today, so we don't really need it. As for the timeline, this is what you're going to be working on, so it lets you name your timeline, as you can have multiple, but we're just going to be working with one today. I'd recommend a frame rate of 24 frames per second. That's just because 24 is the industry standard in America anyway. And if you want a slightly choppier animation, or you don't want to utilize all of those 24 frames, that's totally fine. You can adjust the kind of length of your frames, so don't worry, we're not going to be drawing 24 frames today. Playback time alters how the timeline is labeled. This doesn't change anything about your animation, it just changes how the actual timeline is labeled in your file. We're just going to go frame number starting from 1. You don't have to worry about scene numbers and shot numbers, those are for big projects. And I honestly don't know what division line is, so we'll ignore that. So all we have to do now is click OK, and it will give us our file right here.
They put
this
24.
is our timeline down here. Now, if you don't have this, click on Window, and then Timeline. Like, it might pop out like this.
What are you guys saying in the chat? Why did my other card say which is about that. I mean, halfway there, just need to be a millionaire. Real. That's why he's a bat. This is true. Bats are, in fact, his fursona.
And then what you can do is you can just drag that anywhere you want onto your interface. So I like to have it just—
oh my god, this person doesn't have music. I can put my music back on. This is epic. The other person had like really loud music.
Down here. I have the Pro version, not the X version. So I can only do 1 second of animation. If you want to do longer animations, you can go for the X version. So we're just going to be doing 1 second today.
What if Batman had a fursona and it wasn't a bat? Then what is even the effing point?
You can usually extend that by dragging this blue bar around. This shows the end of your animation, so you can make it shorter or longer if you want to.
That sounded so personal.
For loops like that. On the side here, underneath timeline 1, this is the timeline you have selected.
People are just silly.
They are. Okay, what? Why does it feel like I haven't gotten any channel points in the past, like, 2 hours? What is this? I don't know. I would assume that you have.
You have your animation folder, which also shows up on your layers menu if you have that open. What that is—
also, I'm gonna do that paper thing that the guy did before, because actually that was, like, the one thing where I was like, oh my god, dude, you're so correct for this. Oh my god, my eyes are being saved.
It's similar to Photoshop. If you've animated in Photoshop, every frame that you draw will end up in there.
Like
I'm gonna quickly switch over to a different file.
Guys, did you guys know that I used to edit my YouTube videos in Photoshop?
Insane behavior.
To be fair, now, and like none of the videos that you can see, you can't actually see these videos anymore, but when I used to stream Overwatch in 2016, the only program I had was Photoshop. And so I was like, yeah, I might as well just like edit these videos in Photoshop. And honestly, watching those videos now, they are, in fact, probably some of the, like, best videos ever made. How does that even work? You can put videos in Photoshop.
You
can
just turns it into, like, an image sequence.
Yeah, like, you can take videos and just, like, drag them into Photoshop, and that's what I did. And I didn't realize that's, like, was, like, oh, frame by frame? No, you don't have, you can just play it. Like, it will just play, like, a video, like, in Photoshop. You can animate in Photoshop too. Yeah, I know. Like, I used to. That's a thing. Like, I used to do all these things in Photoshop because I know how to use Photoshop really well. Or at least I used to know how to do Photoshop really well. I don't know how good I am now. But, yeah. Those videos don't exist anymore, by the way. Like, and by don't exist, I mean they're like, only I can access them. They're completely unlisted. I think one time we should watch them, though, because they're quite funny. It's like me and Liam playing Overwatch, and I'm very bad at Overwatch. I will say that. Yeah.
I need to be able to watch these videos. Like, I need to see them. I need to see this.
Do you remember you and I needed like a pro like 5 years ago? Working at Starbucks.
That I played with earlier so that I can show this a bit better. So as you can see, I've got 3 frames on the timeline here that I just scribbled down.
Frames on the timeline.
And you can see that they've appeared underneath an animation folder on the layers panel, sorry. So just think of it as a layer. So all of your frames will be contained in this animation folder, which represents your layer. So as I showed earlier, these are my 3 drawings on the timeline. I'm just scrubbing by clicking and dragging on the frame numbers here. I can play by clicking the little play button here, and it will play at 24 frames per second. So you can see I don't need to draw on every frame. I can just time things differently, and you can also alter the timing by clicking at the beginning of your frame and dragging it around like that. So if we go through the buttons here a little bit. So edit timeline allows for quick scrubbing and flicking between frames.
I know
this timeline allows you to make a whole new
okay, I'm sorry, Lim, like your head's still hurting.
We're not going to be using that, so don't worry about that. Zoom in and zoom out allows you to zoom in and out of your timeline window. You can go to start, so you can go to the start of your animation, and there's also a button for go to end. Next to that, there's previous frame. So you can jump to your previous frames, and there's also a go to next frame.
Wonderful.
I've set a shortcut for this, which I've set as the comma and the period key. So you can quickly do this. It's quite good to flick between your drawings to see how it moves, and this allows for very quick flicking like that. There's also a play button, which is very important. You can play the animation to see what it looks like. Very nice.
Yep.
There's the loop play. Loop play allows you to see it over and over again, so we keep that on.
Yes.
New animation folder. This essentially creates a new layer for your animation. So you can see on the layers panel over here, it's made a new folder. So there you can add new drawings. So you can click the button next to it that says new animation cell, and that creates a new drawing.
They're definitely not American.
Now you can draw whatever. Let's change the color to pink or whatever. And now you can see that that's on top of our previous layer.
There's something I've learned is that I'm very bad at
new animation cell.
But they do not sound American.
Programs call these different things. Clip Studio calls them cells. What that essentially means
honestly,
is
they kind of have the accent of someone who doesn't speak English as their first language. I don't know what language it is,
I'm used to calling it drawing because I use Toon Boom. So say I've got 3 drawings on here. Most people are used to calling them frames, which is also fine, but usually the word frame is used.
They sound vaguely homophobic. No, I think...
What the F?
What's the name of this country?
What the F? Hi, boss. Who are we watching? I don't even know. Flinch Wing is the name of the YouTuber.
Bill Bling?
No, Flinch Wing.
Oh.
Here, did you see the Bill Cipher book already? I know that it exists. I haven't bought it yet. I need to go to Chapters and buy it.
Flinch Wing? I'm not writing this correctly.
Flinch Wing. Like FINCHWING.
Flinch Wing.
I literally just looked up, like beginner animation tutorials and then just put a bunch of the ones that I saw, like, into a YouTube
They're from the
playlist.
UK.
Oh, they are? Okay, maybe they are British. It's out in, like, the marketing for it from Oregon, dude, is awesome. I believe you, dude. Oh my god. I need to go grab it before they're all gone. I have to check them out. I'm still learning. Oh, there's this animation tutorial that I just was using today by Jesse J. Jones, and it's called How to Animate Clip Studio Paint Tutorial for Beginners, and it's 30 minutes long. And honestly, this tutorial was very, very good. Like, if you follow it step by step, like, it really does teach you, like, what all the buttons are and everything like that. I'll send you a link. Please do. Oh my god. Clip Studio Paint, Turtle. Clip Studio Paint.
Me when Child Protective Services teaches us how to animate.
Real.
For your individual little sections here on your timeline. So, you know, we have 24 frames. That doesn't necessarily mean 24 drawings. We add a new cell in between other cells, we draw more things, and then we have more and more drawings. And the more you do that, the smoother it gets. But we don't need smooth. Smooth is for losers. No, it's not. But, like, we don't need things to be smooth. And if you want to delete a cell, you can click on the beginning of it, and then click delete specified cells.
I'm just letting this play because, like, I've already done this setup before. Like, I know how this works at this point.
Now, this one allows you to move or insert
tell me how to animate
a current cell
guy
to the frame that you've got selected on the timeline. So say I'm on frame 7 right now. If I click on specify cells, this window will come up, and it will give me my layer names here. So these are my cell names. 1A and 1B were the two green ones that I just did, and I deleted them. So say I want to bring them back, because they still exist in the file. They're on the top.
Wait, is there like an ARG like happening right now for the Bill Cipher book, and I'm just like missing out on it? I'm gonna cry, dude.
I then may have sob.
Kind of? Oh my god, for real? Right now? Hold up.
Oh dear, you're missing the ARG.
I'm missing the ARG! Okay, I'm going to Twitter.
You are the ARG person.
It infects other books. It infects other books. Whoa, what the F? What type of... That was crazy, dude. This animation is nuts. What is happening? Whoa. Hello? That was not okay.
What?
The shout out to the person who wrote fake and gay. It's like, okay, yeah, no one thought it was real, my guy. Like, Jesus. That was insane. Here, I'll show you guys what I mean. Look at other posts. Other posts from, like, what do you mean other posts? Like, other posts from who? Like other posts from, like, the Oregon Parks Department?
Other posts from your mom.
What the F, dude? What are they doing? Why did they post a black image? Are you for real? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make this window a little bit bigger. The one that you guys are looking at. And I'm gonna put the Twitter thing here. Like, I'm actually losing my mind. Guys, like... So this is what I'm looking at. And this is the video. Well, obviously, like, obviously it's Alec Hirsch just being, like, a little guy again. Like, obviously this is fake, right? Like, obviously this is fake. Like, it's just, like, a little video, right? But if you go to, like, the Oregon Parks Department...
Perfect. That is so real.
And it's like, you shouldn't have done that. Just a few scraps left to tidy up here, then tucking in for the night. Like, what happened, dude? Like, what? Hold on, we're scrolling down. Okay. These are crazy. My camera keeps turning off when I try to capture it, but I swear the pages are changing. There's teeth coming out of it!
It's shitty.
This is a lightener for real. 4 days. That's crazy. Actually nuts. Insanity behavior, right? That's happening right now. I love the advertising. This is great.
The bear.
You just like set it on fire. Finally, it's over. Okay, so this probably is like, if you were to brighten this up, there's probably something in it. That's... wow, okay.
Do it, alter, brighten it.
I would have to go into Photoshop and everything. Like, that's like a lot of work.
Do it. Go.
That's a lot of work, guys. That's a lot of work to do right now.
Take a screenshot and send it to me. I'll do it.
It's on Twitter.
I don't want. The less I open Twitter, the happier I am.
I will send you the tweet that Alex sent me. And then just go to their page. Have fun.
Yay.
It's like not an ARG, but still cool, epic marketing. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like a full ARG, no. I agree with you, but, oops. Oops.
I don't know how to use Twitter. This should have been...
There we go.
Altair, you have lied to me.
How did I lie to you? What do you mean? You're going with Alex was saying to look out for Bill and some stuff has been going on and I just dang. Well, I knew that that the book was coming out and I knew that it's like it's not supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a little bit more than an adult. Like it's supposed to be like it's not supposed to be a kid book basically. It's supposed to be like because like the Journal 3 is like a kind of like a kid book. And this one's supposed to be like more like teenager. Okay, this guy. Continue talking.
Timeline over here. They're just not visible on the timeline. I can bring it back if I want to, so I can click one, or I could enter the name of it if I have like hundreds and hundreds of cells.
I think the idea is it was supposed to grow
here,
with
so
the people
I
who
want
were watching Gravity Falls,
and I want it on frame.
Because like if you were the age of Dipper and Mabel, right? Like you were 12 years old when Gravity Falls came out, and it came out in 2012. You are now 22 years old. You know?
In 2012?
Yeah, it came out. Welcome to Night Vale, and the first episode of Welcome to Night Vale and the first episode of Gravity Falls came out on the exact same day of the exact same year. Fun fact. June 15th, 2012.
I can't. Also, how do you write coffee? Chad, how do you write coffee?
Coffee?
Coffee. It's double F and double E, right?
Yeah, Coeeff, I think. Or maybe it's the other way around. Coffee.
All of the words.
Coffee. Doing fan art of the dude being banned by Bill. That's crazy. That's so funny.
7. So, okay.
Okay, I need this person to stop talking about setup.
Okay. Edit layers with active keyframes. Temporarily turns off the keyframe movement. And this allows you to go back and draw and edit your frames if you need to. And then you can just click that button again, and it will turn it off and your keyframes are back. Or you can just click on enable keyframes on this layer again, and it'll completely remove those. When you turn it back on, the keyframes will come back. If you want to delete a keyframe, you just select it. There's a delete keyframe button right here, and you can get rid of that. Alright, so that's the basics of the timeline. We'll jump into actually animating now.
Excellent,
so starting out animating the sketch. So I did a drawing beforehand and just traced over that because I was like, oh, I want to animate that. So that's my starting point.
Then
I'm going through and doing
No. Okay, what did this person do?
Okay, so I'm starting out animating the sketch. So I did a drawing beforehand and just traced over that because I was like, oh, I want to animate that. So that's my starting point. Then I'm going through and doing my keyframes, which are your kind of major poses in the animation. So this being a walk cycle, the major poses of a walk cycle that you should keyframe are the contact positions. That's when the legs are furthest apart and 1 foot contacts the floor. And the pass positions, which is where 1 foot passes.
I guess I can do that. Fine, I guess we're going to draw something. Okay, fine. Okay, we're gonna do a walk cycle, I guess, of a little guy. We're going to draw a little guy. Oh my god. Hello? A little guy?
Just draw a little dude.
We're gonna draw a little guy. How detailed do we want our little guy? Okay, hold on. If we're gonna do this, actually, I'm gonna turn... I think... Can you talk, please?
Hello?
Okay, you are quiet. Okay, nice.
I would recommend for your mental well-being that you don't make it too complicated.
No, I'm gonna draw an eye with legs.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
It's gonna be an eye with legs. It's gonna be an eyeball with legs. Okay, now it's telling me it's like meow. Okay, so we're gonna have this an eye.
Sarah, I am going to draw as well, so you don't feel alone.
Okay, excellent. Okay, hold on. We're gonna make the eye not ugly.
I will follow you on this tutorial, except in the animating part. I'll do everything except animate.
Okay. How do I want this eyeball to look?
I'm just going to draw.
See, I want to do the eyeball with the root part, but it will look like a sperm. You know?
You could just make a circle with legs.
Yeah, but that's boring.
It is also easier considering you're animating the first walk cycle.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, we do a little eye.
I think in my experience, as much as a lot of people get like really excited to make these huge projects and like really complicated things, it's just so much easier when you start with something that's actually doable. And then from there start going up.
There's my little guy. Do you approve of my little guy?
No. Yes, what? Actually, he's great.
What?
I
can't believe it, dude. I can't believe you hate my little guy.
I think he should be named George.
No.
He looks like a George.
I don't think so. I don't think I want to call him George.
He looks like a George, though. Look at him. Look at him and tell me his name isn't George.
No. I hate that.
But no, like you're George.
Okay. And then one of the keyframes was hello Bumblebee Pride, welcome back. Dave. Okay, so we have like, hold on, let me look at the picture that this person has. This person has like a picture of like the walk cycle. So the walk cycle is like apart and then together and then apart the opposite way and then together. Okay, so we have this and then we have...
So what I recommend for a walk cycle is first make sure that you have your contact.
I keep turning you up and you keep getting quieter and I don't understand. Like you were quieter than you were.
I'm sorry. So you want to first animate each foot separately. Don't do two at the same time. So what I normally do is make it on another layer. Just so that if I have any mistakes, I don't have to erase the whole fucking drawing. And then I'll concentrate on only one leg, and you'll want to do first contact frames, which are the ones where the foot is on contact with the ground, and then do the others. So normally you'll do like 3 contact poses, which is like all the way on the back where only the tip of the foot is on the ground, and then the middle, which is when all the foot is on the ground, and then the front, which is when only the heel is on the ground. And then from there you just start making in-betweens.
Yes. So I should put the legs on a separate layer than the eye, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well we're gonna have to redo what I did then.
There's also the fact that that almost every animation, it normally doesn't look like that, but at least in the sketch phase, you want to have most of your elements separated. My accent, I went to another country. I went to an English-speaking country. My accent got worse. You want to, so normally when you're animating, you want to have everything in separate layers, just because if you mess up on one layer, you're not going to have to erase everything else. So like if right now you mess up on the leg, and you're like, oh, I'm going to just erase the leg. And then when you go over final line art and coloring, that's when you can put all of the elements together.
Could I draw you and Fishwife having tea together? Yes. Yes, you can. That sounds
wonderful.
What
is Fishwife? What?
Chai is Fishwife.
Why?
Or it might be Scylla. I'm not sure. Oh my god, Refrain got the Bill Cipher book. Let's go! Started watching Avatar, The Last Airbender last night. Yo, how do you like it? That's epic. Okay, so we have the little eye. But like, okay, what I don't understand is like, okay, so I have this cell. So am I making like another layer in here? To make it so that they're on different layers, but they would show up in the same cell? Okay.
I think that's how it's done in Clips. I'm not sure how it's done in Clip Studio.
We're about to find out.
Again, I've never used Clip Studio. But it should be like that, theoretically.
Okay, so we're gonna have one... Okay, so it's not letting me draw on that layer, so that's super epic. It's Hugh's back.
If you have to do everything on the same layer, like you can. It's just, normally it's just easier to separate it.
I don't know. We're about to find out. Uther, hang in there with me. I'm so much into Demon Slayer. What if? Get it. Dave in it. What? What? Hey Doug, thank you so much for the attendance. Rewatching. Oh, rewatching. Oh, I understand. I don't know, Turtle. Maybe refresh. I'm confused. Okay. Yes. We're gonna figure this out. All his eyes had some screws loose.
I don't know how to draw.
I can make a new animation folder. And then put, you know, a cell in there as well.
I'm just so used to animating using Adobe Animate, which is also a horrid program. I'm just convinced every single animation program is made so you cannot use it.
Okay, and then we have that. Surely this is not how you should be doing it, because then maybe it is though. Who knows? When agents of destruction. There, okay, so we have the legs. Eyeball. This is true. Hello, Big Dipper, how are you doing? We have an eyeball, and we're going to make it walk, in theory. This is excellent. In theory, we're gonna make it walk. Okay, and then scene 2. On this one, we would want it to be here. Right? And then on this one, we would want it to be, like, bent leg like that. Nice. Okay. And then on this one, we want leg back here. Nice. And then on this one, whoops, this one, we want now, that does not look correct. What has happened here? Oh, there we go, we got it. We want it like this. Then on this one, we want that. And then on this one, we want I don't know. This. Okay. Just want this in the middle. Probably. I don't know. I think. Who knows? We're about to find out. Let's turn the onion skin off. Okay, this. And then we have them together. And then we have them apart again. And then we have them together. Yeah, that works. Yippee! Surely this looks like this guy is walking. He walks so fast.
Oh, yeah, what's your frame rate, by the way?
He moves. He moves so fast. Look.
Oh my god, he moves.
He walking. He running! He running!
He moves.
He running. It's okay.
So, what is your frame rate?
What do you think?
I mean, it's 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
According to that. You are doing each frame. Okay, yeah, I see.
But the thing is that we can just move these over, you know? We could just move these over.
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay, we're gonna move these.
Unless you want him to just be running.
Here, and
unless
we'll move
he's
this
just like a fast boy.
There, I'm doing math right now. Okay, 1, 2. It's every 6 frames. Every 6 frames. That's how you split it in 4. So 6. And this would be at 12. And this one would be... Oh, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll just put it there. And then we'll put you here. And then we'll put this one here. And then we'll put this one here. And then we'll put this one here. And then surely this won't look like he's running. Look. Hold on. If I move this here, this might actually look good. He's strutting! Bunny, he's strutting.
I need to delete her whole phone. He's amazing.
He's strutting.
That is your son. You should be so proud of your son.
He's strutting. He's strutting.
You should be so proud of your son.
Thank you. I am very proud of myself. Okay, now make it so that his head bops up and down or something. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we'll do this and we'll put a frame right here, and then yeah, we'll put a new frame right here, and then we'll put the onion skin on, and then what we'll do is we'll take this and we're going to make him a little bit higher than he is currently. Nice. And then what we'll do is we'll take this one and we'll just do this frame right here. We'll put 1, and then we'll do this frame right here, and we'll do 2. And then surely this looks like he's a little bobbing guy. Yeah! Look, he's strutting. See, Bunny, I'm actually a pro animator. Look at this guy.
It's I can't say nothing. You so good.
Thank you. 10 out of 10, no notes. He's just a little guy, and he strut. Bum, 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 bum. He's a little guy. He does a little walkie walk. This is wonderful. I love looking at this guy. Do I need this tutorial anymore? What do I want to do now? Now that I'm an expert animator. What?
Oh, yeah.
Now that I'm an expert animator, what do I want to do now?
I mean, you could make it look like the eye is slightly swaying side to side while it walks, so like move the, you know, like kind of like a ball rotating. I don't know if that makes sense.
Like, I kind of understand what you mean, I think. Like, instead of it kind of bopping up and down, it also looks like it's, like, rotating a little bit. So the people would look towards us, but then, and then also look away. I think I know what you mean.
Yes.
Surely I can make that happen. Okay, let's redraw this one, and then... Oh my god, I need this to be bigger. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go.
I can't draw.
So would you, by any chance, want to do another little art challenge? Yes, I used to do it with my friend, but she got no time no more. Yes, I would love to do that. Because I need to draw more, guys.
And I was about to go mental.
No, guys, like, I was looking at drawings that I used to do, and I used to be so much better at drawing, like, it's actually stupid.
I mean, you've also been out of practice for
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I used to be so much better at drawing. He looks so evil. Hold on, I'm gonna redraw the ball. I'm gonna redraw the ball completely. We're redrawing the ball. Okay, so on this frame, if I have him looking like almost completely away, he would find another. Think living dreams from one another's. Oh, the lines were bad while they try to kill my brothers. Okay, we have that frame. And then on this frame, we have this be the middle frame. And then on this frame, we have that frame again. But then on this frame, we have it be this frame is a new frame, and we have it. Whoops. And we have it be so that the eyes looking, whoops, looking more this way. Yeah, surely this works out. It could be better, but that's okay. So basically we choose a color palette for each other, and it's whatever you do, but you use the colors. I'll send you the one I did the first time. Ooh, I did that with Bunny one time.
You did do that.
Yeah, I would love to do that. That sounds fun. That sounds super fun. I really need to draw again and do animation and stuff. I need to like, I need to like, see, like, now that I have this, I feel like I need to do like animation meme things. You know what I mean? Like do like, just like a short, like 3-second meme audio, and then just like animate to that. Twitch advertising.
Do it right now.
Reporting to you live from the set of Redacted. Sorry, what did you say, Bunny?
Do it right now.
I don't know what meme to do.
Just look up animation meme, and then the first one that comes up.
No, that sounds awful, dude. I hate that.
Do it.
I mean, we could, like, I mean, like, TikTok memes, but we could do that, I guess. Okay, hold on.
You could also look up animation memes on TikTok.
Animation memes TikTok. Here we go. Oh, there's Punk Tactics. That's a good one. I do like Punk Tactics. And that it doesn't actually have a lot of animation in Punk Tactics. Like, usually what people do is they just have a bunch of still frames. You know? Me when I'm making my way. Yeah. Oh, fish. Okay, Punk Tactics is actually sounding really good right now. I get you with the Punk Tactics. I returned from my slumber. Welcome back. I have animated a little guy. He walk. And now I'm debating if I want to animate Punk Tactics. I kind of want to do Punk Tactics, I'm gonna be real. Trashy? Trashy SMP reference? I also don't know how much longer I want to be live. You know?
Forever.
No. I kind of did what I wanted to do today. That's the thing. You know? I kind of did what I wanted to do today.
You can't escape the streaming culture. It's part of you now.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I could, though. I could just end right now.
How dare you?
I know. This is awesome, Mischief. Congratulations. I'm sorry, Elenis. Yeah, I think I might end it here, actually. Tomorrow is long stream. Or not a long stream, sorry. Early stream. It might be a long stream, who knows. Dude, I'm actually so close to 2K. This is crazy. Twitch says that I'm at 2K, but I'm not, and I would like to be at 2K. That would be pretty awesome. Hold on, let me save this. Save as walking eye that I'm going to work on, actually, because it doesn't look as good as I think it can be, but right now I'm like, ugh. Confirm changes. Yeah, sure. Yeah, save it. Whatever. Okay. Oh, so my answer is yes. Wait, oh wait, Alex, yes, I saw it, but I saw it at like 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, excellent, and then I fell asleep, and then I forgot.
Culture really goes, okay, and then start streaming.
No, don't say this to me. Don't do this. I'm gonna message you, Alex. I'm going to message you, Alex. Who are we gonna raid? Guys, okay, so tomorrow's early stream, we're gonna be doing either crochet or the Gucky sweater, depending on what I feel like. Thank you guys for joining me on my journey on learning how to animate. It's been quite fun. I actually feel pretty confident with you know, like, now that I have these basics, like, actually, like, fine-tuning my skills in doing this, because the thing is that I also I'm not really that good at, like, digital drawing in general, either, so we're gonna do a great learning curve. Who do we want to raid? Help those who help themselves. Finally made it. No, Sammy, I'm sorry I'm ending. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your body, my temple, baby. Who do we want to raid, guys? Do we want to raid someone doing makers and crafting, or do we want to raid someone playing Call to the Lamb? Like, there's this person that's doing a subathon right now that I've been kind of wanting to raid because he's doing a subathon right now. You peed. That's crazy. Yeah, gravel. Yeah, we might as well. I think he's peeing right now, but you know.
Oh, P stream. P raid, sorry.
P stream. Yeah, surely he comes back. But yeah, he's playing Call to the Lamb. There's 2 hours left on the clock. He's been live for 12 days, so surely he's super coherent. I see you guys over there. Thank you guys for joining. Tomorrow early stream, like I said, we'll be doing makers and crafting. I probably will I want to do more art streams and stuff like that, so I might also do like one where like I like do a tutorial where like I like actually really learn like how to digitally do art, because while I do know conceptually how to draw and do art and stuff like that, it always looks terrible and bad. So maybe just like doing some streams where like I just draw like little guys, and then so I can improve, like little sketchbook things where like people say like draw a banana dancing, and then I draw a little guy, a little banana dancing, like that kind of thing. Okay, I'll see you guys over there. Bye-bye! Thank you for joining! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!